And I'm Linda's Eyes Palmer.
And this is Arcane Mark.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to a very
Mark.
special episode of Dawnsbury Days, where we're going to be giving the first look ever beyond playtesters and the person who coded this mod of the Essence system for Pathfinder2e, which is in Magic Plus, a new magic system by Team Plus and Mark Seifter. That's me.
And if you've watched some of our past Dawnsbury Days episodes, you may have remembered the standout of us spending long amounts of times dithering over the finer points of character creation. And you may have been expecting that we would sit down here and spend an hour talking about the skills and the feats and exactly how we were going to do things. And we did spend an hour on that
Zerg.
last night so that we could get right into the action for you guys here. So we have our party, which now includes a Leshy as promised.
We did say there were going to be Leshy. There's 2 gnomes, an orc, and a Leshy. No humans this time.
No humans this time. And
we spent almost literally all of our money that we had, and we're going to be going in and we're going to be using the Essence system. And as promised in the video description, this time we're not going to cast like all cantrips except for our divine font, like we did with all of the spellcasting combined in our last run. So welcome, and I heard some like rumors that there might be like a giveaway of Magic Plus or something, but like don't count on it because it's not from us.
Yeah.
So it might happen. If you see it, it'll be there. And yeah, let's just get started, everybody, and we'll figure out what the Essence system does on the way. So now we tested it yesterday and it works. But there's one thing that I am somewhat curious about. It's the one thing that I put in as like a big ask for the system on here. And I said if it can't do it, that's fine. It's a kind of an idiosyncrasy of Dawnsbury anyway. And I don't know what the answer is. So we'll find out together, which is Dawnsbury sometimes has like 5 encounters, but they claim it's the same encounter. And then all the exploration mode is happening and it's still in encounter mode. And for the purposes of the Essence system would really, really like the encounter to be able to be figured out to be ended after the monsters go away the first time. But that may be literally impossible in Dawnsbury Day. We're going to go on an adventure and find out about if that happens or not together. And if it doesn't, we're going to be super busted in that one. So let's get started. On the Profane Barrier. We've played this before. If you want to hear all the dialogue, see all of the scenes, go back into the same playlist, Dawnsbury, and just watch the whole thing with us. We're not going to do that this time. We're showing off the system, and that means, we're going to do it in hard.
Hard mode, just like we did last time.
Yes, so hard is obviously a system that can go all day long is better suited not to go into the craziest modes because of the fact that it is balanced around the fact that you can't just like save up for when there's the hardest encounter and then blow it away with all of your best stuff at once. We're still going to do it in hard anyway.
Yeah.
And we're not going to use fighters. We're not going to use cheesy kineticist archetype tree stuff. I'm not saying we're not going to use the trees, but we're not going to do it with kineticists at the very least.
Yeah. Also, more than one character can heal this time.
Yes. So we're going to find out
Unlike our cleric and 3 fighters party.
What happens on hard mode. And it would be even better in medium mode because we could just rock medium mode's world the entire day long and not have to worry about running out of spells. Let's go into hard.
So you finally
Okay, so Scarlet, for those of you who are not watched this before, is like GMing for these little kids, and then Faye come and kidnap them. Alright. So, do I want to use unstable draw to potentially draw additional essence at the start of the fight with Scarlet? I think that... Oh, wait. Yes, this is not Scarlet, it's Anna. I don't recognize any of the pictures because of the fact that they aren't the pictures that I've seen before.
Yes.
So this is Anna. We're not going to do that. We're going to use regular draw because unstable draw is going to cause us to get a sort of an essence sort of overflow.
I tried to pick ones who had, like, gnome-colored hair for the gnomes, but the best I could do for Safi was to do, like, that bright red hair.
Yeah, so we don't want to get an essence leak, so we're not going to do that. All right, so let's see what we can do here. We've got our rogue Scarlet. Oh, by the way, everyone in the party has healing because Scarlet can pick fruits to heal. And Anna is a bard who can heal with Soothe. Tokdar is a champion who can heal with... Oh, right, there were a few things I wanted to change, but I forgot. That's fine. Is a champion who can heal with Lay on Hands and wherever Safi is. There's Safi. Safi is a sorcerer who is primal and can also heal. So everybody can heal. All right, so we're going to go here to get a flank on this invisible quickling, I guess. The non-invisible quicklings would be like...
Nice to attack,
nice to attack, but they're really far away, and this guy is like right here.
Go on, Fruit Leshy Rogue, you can do it.
All right, so we're gonna give it a shot, but it's very annoying because he has a 50% miss chance. Whoa!
Whoa!
Okay.
There we go.
That's a good
sneak attack crit, and we got the achievement for inflicting sneak attack damage with the rogue.
That's a good answer. All right, where are the other ones?
Rogue says that there's possible to tell us some details about what you're doing.
I am going to tell you some details, but not too many details, because I do not know what amount of my NDA I am allowed to share other than what is directly on the screen. So I will just tell you that I did not use Unstable Draw because I did not want to have an essence leak, even though that would have let me start with a stronger spell on the first turn. Alright, so I am going to... Let's see. I could move over here. I mean, these quicklings have a speed of
everything.
Of everything, right?
100 feet, yeah.
Yeah, they could just literally go wherever they want. I think I'd rather have the party members sort of closer to each other. So I will just put.
What was that thing next to Tokdar?
What thing? It's just a training dummy.
Oh, that's
it's
a training
not
dummy.
an enemy.
Okay, there we go.
I'll just put her here, maybe, and end the turn. She's not within range to intimidate or anything. Alright, that guy is sprinkling pixie dust. Right. Is he going to be an archer who's shooting us with pixie dust? That's a good point. Well, fortunately, we actually have people who can attack at range in this version of the game and cast spells. So, what are we going to do here?
We're going to cast a spell?
We are. So, hold on. We have also just not used any of the classes that we're currently using in Dawnsbury Days ever. So we need to figure out what's going on here. So let's do a Lingering Inspire Courage to start.
Sounds good.
What do you think? Shall we?
Yeah.
How did we wind up with triple time? I guess it was
just... I put it as a feat.
I guess it was just one of the feats that was there.
Yeah.
Whee! Alright, Lingering Inspire Courage. Hey, we got an achievement for casting Composition spell. I guess that proves that we did not have it before. Did she fail? She failed, so she should be able to keep her focus spell there. Alright, well, we don't have enough actions to use Essence Conduit, but we also don't need to use Essence Conduit. So we're going to cast Fear.
You might notice that the cantrips in the first rank spells were highlighted, and the second and third were not available.
So it saved, and it said over us in blue, Essence increased by 1. Also, it is now frightened. Let's see what we're going to do here. So, Tokdar... Well, I mean...
Is he going to go for that one over there?
He wants to be where people are, but if he doesn't come up to that one, then nobody's necessarily going to attack that one. So, it's kind of annoying. This guy also has a lot of movement speed, and he could kite us by running away, but it seems like he just kind of goes after the Dawnsbury 4. It'd be nice to have a champion, like, actually near the rest of the party. But I don't know what this guy's going to do if we leave him alone because of the fact that we did not leave them alone the last time we played it.
Yes.
Whatever. I think if he's here, 15, he would not be within 15 of Scarlet. But Scarlet's going to move anyway before this other guy goes. So I think we'll just get him over here and then have him smack this quickling. Oh, well, there you go.
Well, there we go. You don't have to worry about that quickling because the quickling's defeated. Weak quickling B.
Oh, and there we go. Wait. Why? No, I guess I've not used a champion before, but why did I not get to... Oh, the enemy's 20 feet away, even though she's 50 feet away.
Yeah, the enemy's 20 feet away.
I was not looking at where he was standing. All right, so Safi is in a good position to demoralize this guy first and then cast a spell on him. Although, on the other hand, maybe I can cast
I'm
a
also
spell
seeing an
all the way
option
over
called
there.
Essence Conduct in there.
Yes, Essence Conduit, if I needed to. I transform into a conduit for magical essences. If I cast a spell that takes 1 or 2 actions to cast, I can increase essence by 1. If it was a 1-action spell, I don't experience an essence leak. So, what can I do here? I could also actually elemental toss. That might be a good idea. So, I can elemental toss. I could heal Anna a little bit if I wanted to. I could also cast fear. I could put up a protector tree. Let's see. So maybe what I will do here is cast fear, and then do an elemental toss.
That sounds
whereas
good.
Otherwise, I could have actually demoralized and then did something else. But given that fear is like literally better than demoralizing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's saved, but it's still frightened.
1.
Now I should be able to elemental toss, and its AC is lower. And it's
There we
dead.
go. Defeated.
Okay.
Achievement for activating a blood magic effect.
Sure
Many
was.
achievements here today.
Okay. Now we're gonna have to deal with this archer. So it is an invisible archer that's behind all of that stuff. We could potentially take out our bow and start shooting at it. Another option is to approach.
I'm pretty sure I gave glitter dust to whichever of the gnomes had the razzle dazzle feat.
Yes. So that will be one of them. Let's see. Should we approach or should we shoot? Maybe we should... Well, it's going to be harder for Tatar to get up there, but also the other ones are going to want to attack from range. So potentially let's just keep everybody at range. In which case, we can switch for... But the problem is it's just like a basic short bow instead of a +1 striking. But we'll do that. That's fine.
Yeah, then we can move to a good place to attack.
We are 75 feet, so we want to go like... That's blocked. That's standard cover. This is probably our best bet.
Our best bet, yep.
And then we will shoot once.
Pew.
It missed as expected against an invisible creature. Oh, here it's coming.
Oh, hey, that's convenient.
That's super convenient. I guess we didn't have to switch if we knew it was going to do that. All right, so let's see. We could sound burst or do a second rank soothe. Where can we do the sound burst? Up to there.
Why are some spells available and not others at that rank?
What do you mean?
Because most of the second rank spells are grayed out.
I think because we're not in range.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So let's see. Where can we go? Wait, why is it black around her? Did I do something weird? What's going on? Does she have a condition that lowers... Oh, she was prone.
Oh, she was knocked over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I didn't see where that happened, but that's irrelevant.
When the quickling ran out and attacked her, maybe it did a trick.
Yeah, so let's stand up. And then we're going to soothe ourselves. How much are we missing? 22. So that rank 2 soothe seems pretty good. Wait a minute. Was that the right one?
Choose a target for
Was that
soothe.
a rank 2 soothe and not a rank 1 soothe?
That's 1.
Yes, that's a 2.
Yep.
All right, perfect. Soothing self. All right, we now have Essence 3.
Essence increased by 1.
All right, Tokdar. So he is going to get up there into this thing's grill and then smack it. All right, time for some razzle dazzle. I think Safi may be the one who has razzle dazzle.
Oh, Jacob says a lot of people forget they're prone in Dawnsbury Days.
So we're going to be here, and then we're going to cast glitter dust. Essence increased. It's saved, but it is still visible. Then Scarlet. We can't get a flank because it's standing in an unflankable spot, but that is fine. We will switch back to the rapier. We'll step over here, and we can't intimidate it to get our Dread Striker, so we might as well do that. I guess we should have tumbled through. That's fine. All right.
Next time, Gadget. Oh, now we have third
heroism or haste. It's a little late in this easy fight for that, but instead, I think what we want to do is get in close and do a 3rd rank Phantom Pain. Also, that way we're closer to being protected by Tokdar.
Not quite protected, but closer.
Alright, what happened?
Said Phantom Pain Essence Cycle.
I thought Phantom Pain did a little bit of damage up front, And also, did it critically succeed?
Misses due to
Oh,
concealment.
misses due to concealment. That's what it was. Yeah,
Yep.
we failed. Okay, let's use Terminus of Soul to get a saving throw bonus.
So that happened at the end of our
We
spell
completed
cycle.
our essence cycle. Oh, this thing moved into a spot where it can be flanked. That's good for us.
Good for us indeed.
All right.
I was also moved to be 15 feet away from everybody, who's all up
Correct.
close and
Other
personal.
than
so,
Seffi. So
yeah.
we're gonna smack
So
at
Talkdar can protect.
critical
Oh,
hit.
there we go.
It doesn't seem to be attacking Talkdar, so I think we'll just attack again instead of
Mm-hmm.
raising his shield. Oh, we missed. That's fine. Alright, so Safi as well is going to cast his ultimate spell here.
Fireball is probably not a great idea for this formation.
Ah! Okay.
All right, Safi, let's make better
don't
decisions.
do it, Safi. Make good decisions,
We could do
Safi.
a third rank Scorching Ray.
We could do a third rank Scorching Ray on 1, 2, or 3 creatures.
Or we could do a third rank lightning.
What is
bolt.
our range? 60 feet. What is our cover here? It is pretty significant. So actually,
We could move.
let's see. Is there anywhere that doesn't have standard cover? It looks
I
like
don't
the
think
answer
so.
is no.
You can choose standard cover or greater cover. I recommend standard
I
cover.
recommend standard cover. Let's go here. Maybe we can do something else. We could Burning Hands our own party. Okay. We could Bone Shaker it.
It does have bones.
It does have bones. I think it has bones. But, you know what? I like Scorching Ray. It does more damage. But if it misses, it does nothing, which is kind of sad. Let's do Scorching Ray.
You have to confirm
Click
no additional
confirm.
threats.
We missed.
Ah, well.
Wait, oh crap. I should have done Terminus of Power. Yep, it's fine. We don't really need it.
'Cause we're gonna
we
win
obviously won.
Yes, you will put that.
Oh, I can just hit skip cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of the kids was still kidnapped. We're gonna do a short rest. We're gonna grab all the treasure, which is a potion of greater invisibility for our rogue. What we can use?
You actually use scrolls?
We can use scrolls. In fact, all of our spellcasters can use fairy fire. And not only that,
Anna's the only one
Anna
that
can
already-
use magic missile.
Yeah.
What?
What?
We've never seen this before. This is fantastic.
There we
All right.
go.
Now we're going into the swamp and we're gonna find out what is happening here. All right.
Lenka wasn't at home. She
Oh, let's skip the cutscene.
probably-
We're going into the swamp. There's a coven of hags here. Also, dragonflies. Let's find out if that's true or not.
What? Spoilers. The party moves up
In fireball formation.
in fireball formation. Safi's definitely thinking about it being fireball formation now that this version of Safi is all fireballs.
Okay, so the reason I'm raising my shield randomly is because in Dawnsbury Days, when you move to a spot and they've decided that you're going to get attacked, here's what happens. You're allowed to move all of your other characters up to you, but then immediately the initiative is taken at whatever that point is, which weirdly means if you think your enemies are going to be good at initiative, you should try to make the person who steps in there the one who's like kind of just below that. Like if we'd had Anna do it, we would have gotten to do Anna, Safi, Talkdar
Yeah.
before any of the enemies. Anyway,
Unstable
I'm not
draw?
going to use Unstable Draw on anybody, but we are going to actually back up.
Yoink.
Because it said it would move them forward, but it didn't move them enough forward to Talkdar, and then we'll end turn.
Make the dragon fly.
I'm going to take the reaction. It's 17 damage.
Use the champion's reaction to prevent 7 of that damage? Yes.
And we're going to Liberating Step her to here.
What?
Okay. So, unfortunately, this one is also unflankable. That's fine. We'll go here because we're looking forward to a flank later on. It's not, like, literally unflankable. It's just not flankable
Not currently
yet.
flankable, yes.
I guess it's probably worth it to demoralize it
because she
has I probably should have tumbled through again.
Yeah.
I'll think about that next time. I just don't use tumble through in Dawnsbury Days, so I don't think about using it. Alright, that failed. That's fine. It had a chance of succeeding. Alright, let's see what
I'll
this
try to
one will
remind
do.
you next time.
Oh my
Ooh,
goodness,
ouch,
that's a
critic.
critical hit. Nimble dodge! Okay. So, what are we going to do here?
Are we going to heal Safi with our first ring spell?
First, we're going to do a lingering composition, inspire courage. It succeeded. All right. You know, it's weird when we failed, the lingering composition stayed grayed out. All right. I think we should definitely heal Safi with our soothe.
Soothe.
Wait. Oh, Safi is considered to be like fully unseen
because of the bush below you.
Because of the bush below me. All right, that's fine.
So I guess that place was a problem for stepping, but we didn't.
We did not know that stepping actually messed us up. Well, we can Phantom Pain one of these guys. Maybe this one who's farther away from Scarlet. All right, there we go.
Essence.
Take your pain.
Increased.
All right, so Safi definitely does not like being hit in that regard. Let's see. So I can only have one with burning.
Oh, Tony
heads.
said didn't realize it was YouTube only now. Just posted the announcement.
Okay. Yes, Tony, it's been YouTube only for
maybe about a year.
A year, something like that.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Once we had enough. Once YouTube let us start doing it live.
Which one is B? This one is B. It's the one that goes next.
All right.
Before Scarlet. So we're gonna fear this one so that Scarlet automatically gets a sneak attack on it, and then we're gonna elemental toss. I guess the one that we're literally next to.
Hey there, buddy.
We could raise a shield, but meh. Critical hit!
Hitting is much better than
for
that
32.
in hindsight.
Alright. So, what are we going to do here? We are going to cast Lay on Hands on Safi to raise his AC. Then we're going to smack this one.
Smack!
And we could raise a shield, but they weren't attacking Tok'tar, so I'll just kill this one.
Smash!
Every plus one matters. Wait, we played the entire game, including the expansion, without a +1 actually mattering.
Well, yeah, that's it. You know, it said you hit by one because of a circumstantial status bonus that you have active.
Yeah, but we had heroisms and stuff up like a lot of the time.
But I guess that's how many times it took.
I can't believe that +1 didn't matter until now.
I didn't know. It said mattered 10 times.
Oh, it mattered 10 times.
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was like the first time.
No.
Okay,
it's
fair
10
enough.
times. See,
fair
that's
enough.
much more
fair
reasonable.
Enough. That's way more reasonable. Okay, anyway, I'm going to use Champion's Reaction on Scarlet. Wait a minute. Oh, right, this one went before Scarlet. We should have actually feared the A one. Oh, well. That's fine. There's not actually a great place to step for her, so I guess I'll confirm no additional step. Wait, she's also grappled.
All right.
Well, that's fine. Let's see.
She can't tumble through because she's
I don't really need to escape the grapple. Wait, can I? Oh, wait, that one's immune. I think I can just try to demoralize this guy. It failed.
Failure.
Alright,
Unfortunately.
well, that's not great. Oh, I created
critical
that guy,
hit.
though.
There we go.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
And then, see if I can kill this. I did not. That's fine.
Not this time. Would you like to nimble dodge?
Yes.
I would recommend it.
Yeah.
She grabbed by both of them now.
She's double grabbed. Alright.
Extra grabbed. Alright, so we can do second rank spells here.
We can. Let's Soundburst
the both of them.
The both of them. Take this! Save and fail. Wait, did the one that saved take 2 and the one that failed take 10? Shouldn't the one that saved take half?
Does it have resistance or something?
I don't know. That was very mysterious.
Maybe we should move her back off of that. The area she's in right now is not great.
By the way, is everybody still inspired because we succeeded on the thing? Yes.
Yes, the inspiring thing is in there.
But yes, we should move her like here,
where she can
probably,
affect
so
other
she can
people,
actually affect everybody in the party with her spells.
Raw around.
All right, here we go. All right, Safi. Now we can do a Scorching Ray.
And there's 2 of them.
That's right.
And everything.
Let's see. So let's do a Scorching Ray. 2 action Scorching Ray. 1, 2. We missed everything. Oh, level 5. Those rascals. Alright, we're gonna raise our shield. Just in case they come after Safi again. Okay.
Oh, Rod says maybe it's separate damage rolls for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, then it just got deleted.
Then it just got deleted. Okay.
Okay.
Ha! Break the grapple. No, it did not. Okay. Break the grapple. No. Alright, well, there definitely is attacking Scarlet and not him. but I guess we can still...
Well, liberating stuff should be helping with that grapple breaking eventually.
You know what?
You want to try demoralizing?
I probably should have done that before I attacked.
Yeah, probably. That's alright.
It is frightened. I also probably should have frightened the other one again so that Scarlet would have a sneak attack. That's alright. So she definitely can't demoralize anything. She couldn't kill one of them, but
Tony
she's
says in
still
the
gonna be
Essence Casting
grappled.
System, at least it didn't cost you a slot.
It didn't cost me anything. It actually just made me more likely to fireball these guys.
Yep.
Alright, I almost definitely can't escape, and I think I have to escape from both of them if I want to escape.
That's probably not happening.
So, yeah, I don't think anything's happening, but I might as well Hail Mary because...
Whee!
there
Hey!
aren't-
That's a way to escape from that one.
Yeah, what did I roll to get that? A natural 18.
There we go.
I actually only needed a natural 16, so I
Oh,
guess I
alright.
should have tried. Oh, actually attacking Toktar.
There we go. Well, it missed.
That is a choice. Alright, let's do
You gonna Phantom Pain?
So, let's see. Out of a preponderance of caution of...
Oh, Peter said he may be able to see some issues with the fact Dawnsbury treats the entire map as a single encounter, even if it's really multiple encounters.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I mentioned that.
Yeah.
I mentioned that earlier in the stream. I think
Yeah.
before a lot of people came on.
No, I know, but I'm saying that, like, that suggests that it will indeed.
Well, no, I know Dawnsbury does.
Yeah.
But when I asked for this mod, I didn't interfere very much. I was just like, hey, the only thing I have to ask to see if you can do this is to make it treat these encounters separately. I even mentioned to our viewers
yeah.
at the beginning the dragonflies. I have no idea whether that was done or not.
Oh, it says,
Anyway.
Dawnsbury does use per target damage rule for area effects.
Anyway, we are going to find out whether or not this works, or whether or not we get the cheesy advantage by casting haste on Toktar, and if we keep that haste...
I mean, per target does level things out a lot more. I feel like one of the main reasons not to do it in when you're playing, like, around a table is
you'd
that
have to roll
you
a
have to
million
sit there and
times.
roll the dice, but if the computer rolls it for you, then
hey,
yeah.
you might as well, right? All
It
right.
means that you're less likely to have, like, a really disappointing or a really overwhelming roll for either the PCs or the enemies.
Let's demoralize. Frightened one. All right. So now we are going to... Wait a minute. What happened here? Why did we get an essence leak?
We have an option of energized font.
Yeah, but we got an essence leak last turn when we cast Scorching Ray. We should have not gotten an essence leak, and we should have the ability to cast Fireball this turn. Let's see. Round 3. Staffy cast Scorching Ray and then raised his shield. Yeah, but it didn't say essence leak.
That is bizarre.
Something is a little funny here. He definitely should have been able to cast fire. Not that we like really significantly need a fireball, but he seems to have no essence right now.
Yeah, and it says energized font is available. Doesn't that mean
No, that's for focus.
Oh, that's for focus. Okay.
Yeah, that's for a focus point. That's irrelevant. See, now he's the essence in Crystal 1. He actually got an essence leak last turn, and I don't know why. Anyway, that's fine. We're gonna use our hasted action. Now we finally have a flank. So, we might as well take it.
Tony says it's possible that Danny worked with an older version when below rank leaked.
But it was not below rank.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it was the second rank.
It was a max rank. That is not the case. So let's find out what happens with.
It's not a prepared. It's a sorcerer.
It's a sorcerer, and it was not a below rank spell. All right, let's find out. Is he still hasted? He's still hasted.
Danny is checking.
All right, I think it was just a little glitch. It's worked perfectly up until now for whatever we did there. He's still hasted. So that is the thing. I guess the one thing is you can't completely cheese out. Now, we can grab Terminus of Soul.
Thanks for making this mod, Danny.
Yes. We can't... Oh, actually, we could completely cheese out with Essence Conduit. Because I was going to say...
Live debugging indeed.
The fact that there's no... I used Essence Conduit and Shield. Did that get me Essence? Let's find out. We'll find out. I think it didn't. So, but now we are at... I see. We don't have shield on Safi, so we couldn't attempt to cheese it anyway if we wanted to. So we could, because there are no targets.
We could guidance
for our two. No, then we would use it up for the entire encounter, though.
That's true.
All right. Let's see. And we also want to heal.
Yes.
Scarlet.
Tony points out this day is the first time that anyone with playtesters have seen the system.
That's correct. I also said that at the beginning of the stream. I think Tony wasn't here at the beginning, so he did not hear the spiel. Tony, I also told them at the beginning that it's possible that there would be a raffle for the file, but also I was not running it, and I did not know whether that is going to happen in the end or not. Let's see. Did she wind up getting... No, it did not work. So we were not able to cheese Essence Conduit, which is good, because that would be, again, that would be counter to the way that the system normally works. Now, let's see.
An old shrine.
It's an old shrine. Should we fight an undead in here?
I think we should.
We might as well. Alright. It also looked like Anna and Safi rolled like really badly on initiative. So we probably should have Anna be the one
who goes in,
to do stuff. But we want to make sure that we position our and I think that the special other action that you do here of Consecrate is a 3 action anyway. So let's put Toktar like
right there in the middle of the action.
Right there in the middle of the action.
Sounds good. That's where a champion belongs.
And then we can put Scarlet like near him. And Anna is going to be the one who we eventually have do it because of the fact that her initiative seemed very lousy. Honestly, we could just have everyone in Fireball formation.
Fireball formation! Safi's favorite. Just not. I guess you could have raised the shield there.
Oh, you're right. Wait. Oh, right. We're taking damage because we're standing on this. I guess we shouldn't have done that.
That's okay. Our cheese backfired for a moment. We'll still win. The shadow.
Oh, the shadow rolled so badly on initiative that I double tricked myself.
You double tricked yourself.
Pass.
What did the shadow even roll?
I don't know.
Shadow rolls slow.
That's correct. Alright, so we're going to fear the shadow.
Be afraid of us.
It's very afraid of us. It's a frightened 2. And then we're gonna raise our shield.
Shield is up.
Take champion's reaction.
Anna's about to take 9 damage. Would you like to make that 7 damage and then remove her from the circle of damaging people?
I would like to do that. Alright, so Toktar's gonna raise his shield.
David almost wants a team feat called Fireball Formation.
That would be funny. Alright, it resisted most of the damage as kind of expected, but that's okay. Oh, right, we're also, like, super hasted with Toktar, so, like... No, I think we still want to be here, though.
Smackety?
Okay.
Does she want to tumble through?
You know what? She doesn't have to this time, because she actually has a flank. Although, unfortunately, it's immune to sneak attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anna. Well, it's already scared.
Yes, that's true, but it's immune to phantom pain because it's undead.
That's true.
So...
Do we want to first rank soothe somebody, or do we want to drop a command?
Well, let's see. I think we probably want to soothe ourselves because we're pretty injured.
Yeah, we're the most injured. So let's first rank soothe ourselves. But first, lingering composition.
Wait, but we actually... Here's the interesting thing that I just realized. Oh, wait. Does lingering composition just not cost a focus spell on Dawnsbury Days? I think it doesn't cost one. Because we're not actually able to cast these... Oh, no, yeah. We are able to cast it without that. Oh, right, we have triple time. So, yeah, we had 2 focus points. That's what it was.
That's fine. Yep.
Alright, well, let's cast a regular Inspire Courage. Let's not waste a lingering composition. And then, yeah, let's soothe ourselves. But we actually took a decent amount of damage just from the AoE damage of what we had last time. Alright, so, here we are going to use... Now, this thing is frightened 1, so there's not much still. So, there's not much point in intimidating it. So, instead... We are at Oh, we are at Essence 2 now, but we weren't... Okay, so... When there are no monsters on the map, it is preventing us from casting non-cantrip spells even if we have Essence, but is also carrying over our Essence. So, it's not exactly following the rules, but is preventing maximum cheese of cycling an infinite number of buffs. Alright.
But I thought we passed the first rank spell last turn, didn't we? Oh, we did.
Not with Sap. Oh, no, we did it the last turn of the...
Last turn of the previous fight. Okay, not in this fight,
because Safi broke and didn't get to cast his third level spell.
I like that Bone Shaker's grayed out, because shadows, they don't have bones.
They do not have bones. What is Shadow's, like, reflex is really, really high.
So we don't want to go against their reflex.
We do not.
Yeah.
So we do want to use Scorching Ray, even though it broke last time. And didn't give us Essence. It gave us an Essence leak again. Well, but we saw Essence leak.
Yeah.
So, Scorching Ray seems to be glitched and gives an Essence leak. Now we know.
Is it... Well, the spell missed. Could that have anything to do with it?
No.
No, okay.
Or, I mean, it shouldn't, but it might. Let's see. We don't need an additional stride. Alright.
Alright, so we can try just not
Critical
using Scorching
hit.
Ray and see if that fixes it.
The shadow dissipated. I think we got healed automatically. And the lock was picked. Alright. So, we also probably want to untrap the trap and open the door.
Danny says, okay, it's multiple action costs.
Oh, it's variable action. Critical success!
The game somehow is considering 2 rays to be 2 casts.
Fun. Okay. There's 3 chests in here. And we cannot seek, so they cannot be trapped. Thanks to knowledge metagaming. Bag of holding. Some money. Tokdar is actually literally blocked from that by his 2 allies, so he'll just open this and get a +1 striking wounding battle axe. Hey, okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll take it. That's probably better than his +1 striking warhammer. Alright. Anna can open money. Alright. There we go. But yes, as mentioned in the chat, if you just cast a 1-action spell, you don't generate essence, because otherwise you could cheese out things to a large degree by using your main turn to be a 2-action thing, and then just using the 1-action to spam out essence.
So it needs to be at least a 2-action thing, but then there's...
But then the variable action didn't have or it may have counted itself as 2 1-action spells, or just not specified itself as a 2-action spell in Dawnsbury. So that is the reason for the glitch.
So we can just avoid that particular spell here.
But that's like his only... well, I guess we can use Flaming Sphere. Alright. Let's not go any further, because we might get attacked. We might get a Leshy attacked by a red cap if we do. Alright. And since the Leshy could be attacked by the red cap, I think it is probably appropriate for Tokdar
to come on in.
Come on in.
Wounded Leshy, stealthing, resting against.
What? It's a Leshy. How did we know?
We will pass on unstable draw. It's a Leshy. Oh no. Alright, it's a wounded Leshy.
Our options are... Do we want to present our holy symbol?
We could. It's a 120-foot emanation.
Yeah.
But
it says it's blocked.
It's blocked though, so it probably doesn't work.
Yeah. So we may have to get closer for that.
Or it just seems like there's no line of effect. Alright, so we'll go here.
Here, and then...
Raise shield, I think?
Because we can't land hands yet.
He does have a holy symbol. Wait, what is... Oh, right, he was hasted.
Do not forget the haste.
Okay. I don't know if there's actually anything he can do with the extra action for now. Because he wants to stay near the Leshy. Alright. Protect the Leshy. Right, the Leshy would have to pick the fruit if it wanted to be healed in that way. So, Tokdar, and we'll put Scarlet here next to Tokdar. Actually, maybe put Scarlet here so the Leshy is being protected from 2 directions. And then Anna is going to... Let's see. Can she soothe the Leshy from here? Yes. So, she will... Lingering Composition, Inspire Courage.
Here on our
And
first
then
round, we
she
can
will
cast
soothe the Leshy.
first ring spell.
Thank you. The red cap team.
Let's try to
It's
heal the
possible
Leshy
for
back
us.
to
Let's heal the
maximum.
Leshy back to maximum. It is possible for us. We have lots of healers.
We sure do, friends. Alright, so, let's see. From here, we can probably heal the Leshy. And I don't know, we probably do want to be within 15 feet of Tokdar.
Tokdar? Yeah, let's move up.
She couldn't do that because she was doing Inspire Courage.
Alrighty.
So, oh right, we won't actually be because we're about to flank, but that's fine.
Nah.
Present Holy Symbol!
Ah!
Critical
Hey,
failure,
critical
frightened
failure,
four,
frightened four!
fleeing
Oh,
from Tokdar! Double critical.
Wow.
Okay, wait. We can't kill it because then we won't be able to heal the Leshy. We have to keep it alive, so I'm going to... Oh, do we even have athletics? What is our chances? 35%. Ha!
Trip.
Knock it prone. Okay, I think we don't even have athletics at all. Maybe we have it trained. Alright, and I guess... Can these be disarmed? We'll try it. We might as well disarm with the +1 striking cold iron rapier. What are our chances?
It says
very
we have a
low.
+7
It's very low.
against the reflex DC. Well, we might as well over nothing.
No, I think that if we critically fail, we might wind up losing our own weapon.
Well, we could go back to the Leshy, I guess.
No, let's just block it here and
works.
be a jerk. Alright, so we'll move Anna in a little closer, and then she's going to do a second rank soothe on the Leshy.
We cast a first rank spell last turn. We can cast a second rank spell this turn.
Here. The red cap is still lurking about.
I can help you too.
A blessing?
Yes, the blessing will last you for the rest of the day.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Leshy's blessing is only good if you actually backtrack to the shadow like we did last time. Alright, it's trying to
Still
leave.
be completionist.
Wait, did it actually leave the encounter? Oh no, it can't. Okay. Well, we lost our,
We lost,
we
our
lost our
cycle.
thing because we used Scorching Ray, so we can't just...
Yeah.
But anyway... Wait, why did we lose our cycle when we cast Soothe? Oh, maybe we didn't, but we just didn't have any spells with that range, other than Scorching Ray, which would have broken our cycle. Anyway, Hasted
'cause it's really far
Tokdar
away.
is hasted.
Go, Hasted Tokdar, go! I mean, we're about to win. We'll be fine. I'm sure we'll get to Fireball eventually. We'll just need
We win!
We'll just need to make sure we cast a second rank spell that is not currently glitched.
We win!
Now we must move to the exit.
Win the
Win
encounter!
the encounter? Yes. Let us win!
The bridges and walkways are in a sorry state.
Bridges and walkways are in a sorry state. We may skip the cutscene.
Yes, people in chat are talking about the fact that Resentment Witch is busted. That is true. That's not something that the Essence System is meant to deal with. They're busted no matter what, and they will only get more busted as any effect comes out that puts on certain hard CC conditions for only one round. Alright. And people in chat are saying they can coexist between essence and conventional casting. In fact, I think that's ideal from the perspective of a party that wants to work together and have a really powerful result. It's much stronger if you have both, because then the essence casters can take the pressure off the Vancian casters to ever use slots. The Vancian casters can store up casting only cantrips. And then when they need to, they can just unload.
So then when you get, so then the idea is that, like, you know, the essence casters are going to be using more powerful spells in those easier encounters, while the Vancian casters then don't have a pressure to use up their things. And then when the encounters get really hard and the Vancians are like, okay, we want to be coming right out the gate with our top level spells, and the essence casters need some time to charge up, then they can complement each other's strengths and weaknesses.
There are very few things in Pathfinder 2 which I would rate at S rank, where S means it breaks the game and makes the game like more difficult to actually run because it doesn't even follow the game's like design philosophy. And resentment is one of them. So if in chat, if you're thinking resentment causes unproblematic synergies with something else, it's resentment that is causing the issues. It's like back in an early era of Magic, there was a land that gave you 1 mana for every artifact that was in play. And it was in a new set. For some reason, they didn't ban that land. They just started banning a bunch of very innocuous artifacts that were like X mana to untap a bunch of things artifact. It was like, well, but then if you have this land, you could then generate a huge amount of mana, untap all your artifacts. And anyway, the point is, if it's causing problems with everything else, it's that thing's fault.
Apparently there's already a fix.
There's already a fix.
Holy cow, Daddy.
That is awesome. That is awesome. But I don't think we're gonna stop in the middle though, because if we did, then we'd have to like close it and then open it up again.
Oh, and then there's a request to please use unstable draw at some point.
Okay. Who requested that?
Rohit.
Okay. So Rohit, I really don't like unstable draw. As a player, it just doesn't fit my style, but there are many players who really do like that style, and so therefore it was included in the class. I don't think if I naturally played that I would almost ever use it, except maybe in this Will-O-Wisp encounter. So I'll use it in the Will-O-Wisp encounter. The only time I would ever use it is when I have a spell that is a second round spell that needs to be cast on the first round, which... Let me see. Where is there a Will-O-Wisp here? Wasn't there a Will-O-Wisp? I mean, you know what?
Yes, there is. You can see it in the initiative.
Oh, there it is. You know what, though? Safi never gets 3rd rank anyway, so now he'll definitely never get it. But he can start with a Glitter Dust if we use Unstable Draw. So we're going to use Unstable Draw. This is the time to use it because there's an invisible creature and we need to Glitter Dust on round 1.
It said he rolled a failure on his check.
Yeah, that's fine. He can still Glitter Dust. A critical success would have allowed him to actually cast Fireball. But it is absurdly unlikely. Alright, so these Midflits are level -1 and I think can be safely ignored. But that Elite Quickling...
Little Midflits.
The Elite Quickling cannot be safely ignored.
The Elite Quickling is going to get in your face soon if you don't get in its face.
And the Will-O-Wisp, I'd rather, like, Glitter Dust it before I do something to it. So let's move... And let's try to tumble through. I'm going to remember. Where is tumble through? How can I force it to tumble through? I don't actually know how to tumble through in Dawnsbury Days. It was not one of the separate choices.
Is it?
Oh, can I do a step-by-step stride, maybe?
Yeah.
Let's see. If I do that,
there,
and then try to go into its space... I should have enough movement, I think, because it counts it as difficult terrain. Wait, no, current distance was 30 of 30 because I went into difficult terrain immediately. 5?
Yeah,
okay, let's do a step-by-step stride again. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. There we go.
There we go, okay.
I'll confirm this stride. That should do tumble through, I think. Ha! It's flat-footed now. Take this. Oh, right, it moved as a reaction. Alright, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna cast Lingering Composition, Inspire Courage. Success. And then we will cast Phantom Pain, probably, on this Quickling. It's saved, but it did still take 5 damage.
Already?
Oh no! Oh no!
Sneak attack! Electric arc! Shocked! Ow, Doctor, ow.
That is out. Alright, now I should be able to, as you see, because I used Unstable Draw, cast Glitter Dust on turn 1. But my current positioning was not great to be able to Glitter Dust from, so I'm going to Glitter Dust this thing.
The Glitter Dust that does not include Talk
It critically saved.
Ooh, that is not our best situation.
That is nasty. Alright, well, Tok'tar, let's see if we can just
get out of the flank in the most
broke the flank,
way
raise
possible.
the shield, and then
back out maybe?
Yeah, we're gonna
or does he wanna
actually
lay on
backing
hands?
out won't really help us because it has
well,
high movement speed, so
true.
let's lay on hands. Okay.
It's
And
just
besides, that will
lag.
keep us with the flank. It's very nasty that it critically saved against our glitter does, but that is what it is. And of course we missed. It is a will-o-wisp. Okay, so let's see. What can Anna do here? So Anna could potentially cast like a blistering invective. She could cast a hideous laughter. What is will-o-wisp save situation? Its fort is terrible.
Alright, so we want to hit its fort if we can.
But we can't do a soundburst because of where we're standing.
Yes. So
actually, maybe we could just soundburst these two just to get rid of them because it should kill them in one hit.
Yeah, let's do it. And then we can, especially with critical failures.
Well,
All right.
which we expected.
Now we can move her
And now
up
we
so
move
that
her
she's
up.
more capable of engaging in the
Indeed.
fight on the next turn.
Alright, we
Wisp
just
attack.
critically failed an electric arc.
Eesh.
Alright, we do not need an additional stride.
Alright, Safi.
Alright, so Safi is going to have an essence leak because we used what we used. So Safi seems to be more than 30 feet away, and I guess all of his cantrips are 30-foot cantrips.
So we should move.
Wait. Why can't he cast...
Magic immunity.
Oh, yeah!
It's the will-o-wisp.
It's the will-o-wisp, of course.
You can
it's
do the
immune to
guidance
magic.
then.
Yeah, I might as well, huh? The problem is... Oh, gosh. The problem is they won't let... Dawnsbury Days won't let us pointlessly cast a cantrip onto... let's see if Essence Conduit works then. Essence Conduit, Guidance... Won't let us pointlessly cast a 2-action spell onto a magic immune creature. And also, the Essence Conduit might not have given us 1 essence for doing the 1-action cantrip with Essence Conduit. Very interesting corner case for the system here. Alright, I'm going to lay on hands again, because they're clearly going after Tok'tar. Alright, so this guy, we might as well be demoralizing him. No, pass on the bonus. We failed. Still invisible. Will use the bonus on attack. Yeah, I mean, hitting an invisible will
It's
very
not. It's
difficult.
not the easiest thing to do.
All right. If we had not used Essence Leak, we might be able to on this turn
She didn't
do
leak
some
though,
other
right?
things. She didn't, but she doesn't have glitter dust.
That's true.
Okay. So
So are we gonna haste someone or heroism someone?
yeah, I think we may want to haste Tok'tar.
Seems legit.
And we still have Inspire Courage up for now. Let's do Terminus of Soul. And put up a Guidance on Tok'tar. No, I will pass. Why does he keep rolling so badly?
I don't know.
You would think that his Bulwark feature would give him a lot of reflex save. But it didn't. He's not doing great. Let's see. Do we need to confirm an additional stride? You know what? We'll take it. Ooh, and it critted her too.
Yeesh.
We are not doing well. And it turns out that the Essence Conduit does not work with Guidance, so Savvy can just not cast any more spells during this fight, including heal, because of some glitchy interactions here. Fun. That's not great. Let's...
I guess the only thing we do is guidance then.
Yes. But we also can't guidance anyone useful.
Can we try to move up so that it chooses?
Oh, I guess
to...
we could have demoralized. Alright, demoralize. Wait, what? I was trying to demoralize it. I think that the problem is that the trackpad is a little funky and the very left side of it doesn't click.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You have to go more toward the center.
Critical fail.
On this computer.
Well, it used to not, but one of the times you took it apart and put it back together, it's like off a little on the
Yeah,
trackpad.
I
still
know it
works,
is. It's still
but-
fine. It's much better than when it had broken fans.
Correct. It was even before that, though. Alright, let's pick the fruit, eat the leshy fruit, and then attack. Alright, we just cannot hit this.
Mm-hmm.
Lingering composition. Right, and this guy is immune to magic, which also affects her.
Yes.
So she's... Oh, wait, no, she has warp step.
Yes.
Warp step. Warp step, my beloved. She can actually get her spells back in this weird corner case situation. Alright. Confirm no additional stride. Oof. Okay. So, guidance, self... I don't know, man.
Yeah, since Essence Conduit doesn't...
Strike with steel shield. Whatever. No, pass. Okay. Raise shield.
Well, eventually we'll get to glitter test again.
No, well, we literally can't.
Oh, right, of course, because it's on him.
The person who can end the invisibility can't
is
do it
also
because
stuck
of
in
the
a glitch.
glitch.
Right, okay, yeah.
He's stuck in a permanent glitch. That is correct.
All right, so then...
We literally have never hit once.
Wait, that was a 2% chance.
I
Oh my
know.
God.
That is what it is. So we're gonna soothe
Do-do-do-do-do.
for not the world's best roll, and inspire courage. Yes, use the bonus. Yes, take the reaction. Confirm no additional stride. Okay, smack. Back off. Okay, raise the shield. Strike. Ah, we hit it.
Hey!
We're not. I mean, it has low hit points, so we're somewhat close to defeating it. Ish. Okay. It's not immune to sneak attack, so if we actually hit it with Scarlet, she'll do way more damage than with her 2% chance.
Can anyone demoralize it?
I think everyone ran out except Anna, and Anna's Inspired Courage is worth more than
Yes.
demoralizing it. Oh wait, maybe I should have healed Scarlet, but that's fine.
It's fine, you can heal her next turn.
Oh gosh.
Oof.
Okay.
Maybe you can heal her next turn.
All right. This is like so glitched. Okay.
It's fine.
Hey!
It hit!
And yes, we can heal her next turn. She'll be okay. She'll be okay.
Oh, Jake said, who has the scroll? Anna has the scrolls.
Oh yeah, she does have the Scroll of Magic Missile.
Could she give the scroll to, or could he take the scroll from her?
Only she can cast it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We got another Terminus of Soul though. Our saving throw for her is so high at this point. No, actually, stay
Peter
with it.
points out you could use attack maneuvers unarmed strike instead of using the shield you're not proficient with for more accuracy.
That's true, but I also don't have athletic.
Well, I mean unarmed strike. You say.
Oh, maneuvers strike fist.
Maneuvers strike
You're
fist.
right. I didn't really realize that was in there, but we should probably actually demoralize.
Yeah, but then we can use unarmed after that.
Critical success! Ha 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 ha! I'm not gonna take the flank because Scarlet wants that,
yes.
but hey, yay! We hit it for 3.
Every little bit counts.
Now let's delay until after Scarlet.
Scarlet, flanking time, flanking time.
It's frightened 2. This is the best time to hit it.
Flanking time.
We did not hit it. This is such a disaster.
It's hilarious.
So, okay. So, like, we'd have to take a lot of actions to use the scroll, and our Inspire Courage is, like, the only thing that's allowing us to hit. Alright, we have to use Warp Step. Okay.
Back and forth and back and forth. Champion's reaction. Would you like to prevent the 5 damage?
Actually, yes, and I am going to step her away so that she does not get hit.
Yes. Alright, Safi, is it punching time?
Oh, it's punching time.
It's punching time with your fist. You dealt 1 damage. It has 1 fewer hit point than it did
That's
just
correct.
previously.
If only Scarlet could roll like Safi. Ah, there we go. It's basically almost dead.
Alright. Can we finish this?
Please. Mercy. Mercy. Okay. So, we're going to...
No, we have a Scroll of Fairy Fire, too.
We're going to cast Soothe.
Mark, we had a Scroll of Fairy Fire this whole time.
Oh. Wait, we
It's
did?
on, yes, it's on Anna, I think.
Wait, no, is it? Oh, yeah, I guess we did have a Scroll of Fairy Fire. There you go.
Jacob, thank you for saving.
I knew we had a scroll of...
We had both. We totally did when I saw that in chat. Oh my god.
Okay. Well, you know who's gonna win it? Safi. Okay, no. Okay, so this is a hilarious glitch. We win!
We win!
We're the greatest!
We really should have used that Scroll of Fairy Fire if we were... It's there. It's the
Yeah,
Scroll of
totally
Fairy
is.
Fire. We totally had
Totally
that
is.
the whole time.
Alright. We also got weapons grade cold iron, which won't do anything because all of our weapons are weapons grade cold iron.
No, it's that battle axe. It says striking winning battle.
You're
It says
right,
cold
it's
iron.
not. All of our original weapons were.
Yes.
We also can put alertness onto Scarlet, and there's a lesser healing potion onto Scarlet, who's our least healing person. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's beat the coven.
Yes.
We can easily beat a
They're
coven.
not immune to magic. It's almost like the devs gave us the exact scroll we needed, and we just suffered through like 15 additional rounds.
Alright, we're going to face some hags. The hags charmed Safi for a moment. It didn't last very long. We're going to pass on the unstable draws, and then Anna is going to lingering composition, inspire courage, critical success!
Yay!
And then we are going to... Ooh, I see. Well, we are going to find out if we are... Okay, so... Can we soothe a full hit point person to give them a bonus on saves against
Presumably,
mind
because it still
affecting?
has an effect.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure whether or not the implementation is at the correct time where it would allow our cantrips to enhance our essence, which it should currently. So, just in case it doesn't, not because the essence system would have prevented us from casting needle darts here, I'm just going to cast this to make sure we get our thing. I should have been able to cast needle darts. They're being so mean to him.
It would have been very nice to have Soothe in the other order there.
Correct.
Alright.
Okay. So, let's see what we can do here.
We could do Burning Hands, Fear, Fleet Step, Heal.
We can't hit them both
Tempestry,
with
but
burning
yeah.
hands, though.
And I guess we could Step in Burning Hands.
I think we should move back and then heal ourselves.
Yeah, I think given our situation.
We were just overextended with... Back when Safi was a fighter, it was fine when he was the shield fighter. It was fine that he was up next to the hag, but we don't
Now
know
that he's a
the
sorcerer.
sorcerer up there got the lowest hit points in the party.
I mean, it was real smart of the hags to charm him there.
Alright, I think Nimble Dodge is a very good... Acid Arrow is a very good time to spend Nimble Dodge.
Oof.
Yikes, that might have even crit if we hadn't.
Alrighty.
Alright, so Tokdar is going to go here to the Elite Mire Hag A. And gonna smack. Miss. I guess I could have laid on hands first, but that's fine. I get to raise my shield now. Gonna go here.
Flankus.
Flankus. Sneak attack.
Smackus.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. This is legit. Smackus.
Alright, so Anna is going to cast a second rank Soothe
On
actually Scarlet because she's
Scarlet's
more
more up in
likely
the
to
front,
get
yeah.
hit.
And Scarlet and Safi are close to equally
Safi
injured.
can also heal himself if necessary. And let's demoralize... I don't know, the one we're
The
actually
flanking one?
attacking.
Yeah, sounds good.
Fail.
Failure. Leap Mire Hag.
Let's nimbly dodge.
Yes, indeed.
Let's
Yeesh.
champion's reaction. We don't need to stride because it was
We're
done.
in a position we
it was,
like.
It was done with its turn.
Alright, so let's cast
Okay.
a spell.
So let's cast. Let's see. We're actually not in a spot where we can cast anything except for a cantrip right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. And that's because we are 35. We're 25. Why can't we cast Flaming Sphere? Oh, because heal is also a variable action spell. So heal also
heal-
gave us an essence leak.
Heal also breaks. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Alright.
All
Poor
right.
Safi.
Poor Safi. He's getting essence leaks left and right. I promise you in the essence system that doesn't normally happen. It is actually a glitch. Oh, wait, right. Only one creature is within range, so we cannot use...
Yeah, just needle darts it.
Okay. So, Tokdar. I was kind of counting on him to heal Scarlet. Although, you know what? Even with these glitches... Actually, let's move Tokdar to be after Scarlet. Then she can flank. That's not good. Oh, I guess I should have demoralized it too. Whatever. I could have done that first. We'll end here. Then, that way he can attack. Step up here. Actually, go here. Yeah, then he's within 15 feet of the others. And then cast Lay on Hands on Scarlet. Because... Okay, so it would be real nice to not cast a 3rd rank Soothe on Scarlet, but I think due to the fact that Safi's heal was not able to... Because we have a lot of other options, but I think we have to do it.
Yeah.
So, let's cast a 3rd rank Soothe on Scarlet. That healed her nearly to full. And we can also demoralize... I might as well demoralize this one. Critically failed. We got enfeebled. Which one? What is this? B? It already went.
That's B, yeah.
And that's A.
And A's
Let's
the-
get
yeah.
out of a flank.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
So, Safi, who can now... is not going to cast heal because it causes us problems. It's going to fear...
Fear.
Critical save. Energized font.
Folks are talking in chat about the healing. Tony's talking about life essence reservoir.
That's right. So, who can I demoralize? Not the one that we've been attacking. So, Scarlet is going to delay until after Tokdar. Now, Tokdar is going to come over here. Actually, yeah, he's going to come over here. He's going to heal himself with Lay on Hands. And then he's going to smack this one. We have not been doing well. Okay, there we go. We got a critical hit.
Peter suggested we consider applying Danny's fix.
And, but then we'd have to stop in the middle. Oh, I see, right. We're also fighting on the Profane Circle, which is not, like, the greatest place to be fighting.
I think, yeah, because I think if we closed out of the game and then went back in, then we may not, because of some of the
We
things
lose,
with OBS,
like,
we
the
probably...
window capture, and we may have to, like, stop the stream.
We've had some issues
entirely.
with that in the past.
It's not the greatest.
A second fix has been made.
Second fix has been made. Alright.
So you will not have the same problem.
You will all benefit.
Oh, for the one action guidance problem. Yeah.
Wait, why can we do this with a 5%? Oh, multiple insult. Oh, she took the thing where she can insult multiple times.
Yeah.
I see. Alright, so let's see if we can kill one with needle darts. The answer is no. Let us do that. Oh my gosh, we got super mega critted. Alright, so we can't cast most of our spells here. But we could either cast Flaming Sphere or let's try a Bone Shaker 3 action.
Seems legit.
Alright, she is almost dead. Oh no, right, that's also multi-variable action, but since it was between 2 and 3, I thought we leaked and we now can't do Fireball again. Okay.
Yeah.
Blah. Okay. That's not the greatest. Okay. Let's go up here. 50-50. Oh, nice. Alright, we will do a Lingering Inspire Courage. And this is the point where we can cast a Fear on this one. Frightened. Alright. And Safi, who has lost all of his stuff again.
Two cichlids.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm going to demoralize 55%.
I mean, Peter. It looks like Peter thinks that it does work with OBS. That it would reconnect.
Well, we're using a window capture, so it might work.
It says it might pick up the game on its own when it relaunches.
Let's see. Is she still frightened? She's not. Demoralize. Oh, it would only demoralize that one. And we can't go into the spot with the...
Yeah. Well, I guess we could try it after this fight, but then if it doesn't come
We
back...
also
we'll
got
have to
really
end
unlucky that we were missing with like 70%, 75% hit chances that many times in a row. Okay. Well, at this point, let's move back to help Safi not be flanked as easily by where that hag currently is.
Yeah.
Okay, so Safi can cast, at this point, Protector Tree, not heal,
Yes.
and Elemental Toss on this guy. Almost dead. You may have... How dying? He's dying too. Okay.
I seriously think we may just want to quit, apply the hot fixes, and then see about loading back into this encounter.
I want to see if we can win with all these things screwing us up. Okay. So, let's go. Let's demoralize this hag.
Mark is
Fail.
too stubborn.
I want to see if it's possible.
Alright.
I don't know if it is or not. Oh, wait. I should have moved through.
Yes, you should have. That's alright.
I'll do it this time. Other actions, step-by-step stride.
Tumble through to Flatfoot.
There we go. Take reaction. We lost because Dr. died. We almost won.
Alright.
Okay. We're gonna fix the glitches, maybe? But I actually don't... Wait, no, we can't.
Why not?
Because we don't... Like, we don't have the thing from...
Yeah, he said he put it on Discord.
On my Discord, but we don't have my Discord open. This is your computer.
Oh, well, you have to... Oh, I see. Right. You'd have to send it to me.
Yes. And then we'd have to redo the steps of the process. Also, I don't know what the window capture is going to do. So, hold on. I'll turn it on to this in case the window capture goes really wild and outrageous. Then we're going to exit
Yep.
to menu. Oh, wait. We should make sure it's saved.
Save, yes.
Create a new save.
Mm-hmm.
Then we exit to menu.
Yeah.
And return to main menu and just quit game. It's probably safest to do that.
Indeed.
And, there we go. Wait, no, that is not a thing. That's just asking for an ETA.
Oh, Danny, can you send it to Tony, and then Tony, you can send it to me on Discord?
Or just send it to Linda on Discord.
I don't know if Danny has a link to me on Discord.
Unclear. So anyway, we almost won that fight, even though it was so glitched out.
Yeah.
That we did not get to use anything even approaching normal essence casting because Safi just kept getting constant things.
Oh my goodness.
And people in chat are talking about how you can have varied adventuring
Tony's on it.
days.
Awesome,
and
thank you.
Varying adventuring days and really long encounters and other cool things like that. I think that it did really well in those fights, considering the fact that it was glitched and constantly leaking. I didn't expect to do that well. We actually literally almost won that hag encounter. If we had gotten just slightly luckier with one more hit, we would have.
Oh, Daddy, accept DM.
Oh. There we go. We've got it. So we can...
So download that, and then we're going to need to put that in the...
What do we do with it now?
We need to put it in a specific folder.
Okay. So it's in downloads now.
Yes. No.
That
yeah, I
should
know
be
that.
it.
I need to move that into the correct place, which I think was in...
Can we just do... so we
You
don't
have
have
to
to
cut it,
drag
yeah.
it? Can we just do cut from here?
Yep.
And then where would it be? Is it like the...
It was a
like the
subfolder in Steam.
So is that like apps or program files?
The previous version had instructions for where to put it.
Program files, Steam, and then it would be like app data or one of those things. Or
Was it user data?
Steam apps maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Steam apps, and then common, and then Dawnsbury Days. I'm just guessing based on where I've put other things before.
Yes.
And then
go to custom mods.
And then custom mods.
Yeah.
And if I paste it there, does it have the same name?
It'll have the same name. So
okay,
we
so
want to...
I'll just do paste, and so it should copy it over. And then
Replace?
I will say replace the file in this destination.
Yes.
Okay, so we've not tested doing this, but let's see what happens.
Now let's relaunch the game.
If we relaunch the game, Safi may be able to cast. And this is true. Most of his spells that were all variable action.
So then we're going to go back into story mode.
Hold on, we're going to see.
Let's make sure it works. Okay, so we're going to go to not workshop.
Okay.
Now
it worked!
Hey, it works!
It worked.
All right.
Look at that.
Excellent.
Oh,
Thank
whoa.
you.
Continue. Oh, that was correct. Okay.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's see.
I don't think Lenka is here.
They're hags.
They're hags!
Oh, okay.
Things should go better
Charm
this
ends.
time.
Pass. Things will go much better. Also, Safi went first, so he's not going to get surrounded by hags on the circle, which is, like, actually... You don't know how big of an advantage that's going to be. All right.
Here we go.
I'm going to start off by fearing Meyer had beat.
You may think you have won because last time you won, but
Oh.
this time you should be afraid of us.
Frightened 2. That's actually really good.
Excellent.
So it'll still be frightened when it's Scarlet's turn.
Speaking of Scarlet's turn, look at that beautiful, beautiful flank.
That's right. We don't technically need the flank because of Dread Striker.
I don't care. It's still beautiful.
It is.
I mean, we could also not, so we're closer to Talkdar.
Yeah, I was thinking about being closer to Talkdar.
But we don't want to be in the circle.
Yes, we definitely don't. So let's go, like, here.
The question is,
maybe?
do we want to set up where Talkdar can get a flank?
Yeah, that's a good point. So if we go
So
here...
we go there, I think that's our best bet.
Then we can stab it 80% because of Dread Striker.
Aw.
We've missed a lot of 80%.
That's true.
Is it Scarlet back to her
Scarlet
old
is
tricks?
back to her old ways. She does have her Scarlet flower now, even though she's a Leshy.
Okay, I knew it. She was back to her old tricks. Alright, let's see. So, we could cast Command to try to, do the single action that we command on as its first action on the next turn. Let's see. We can't really mess around with A, but we can mess around with B just for funsies. Other options are...
We could fear the other one?
that their will save is their best save.
Yeah.
We could definitely...
We are rather willy focused on our...
We could definitely fear the other one. I mean, the fact that we didn't get hit is actually really good.
Yes.
So...
That one's too far.
Yeah, we could
That one's
fear
already
this one.
frightened. Yeah, go for it.
It's also
Hey,
frightened too. Acid Arrow. Alright, so Talkdar...
Can
Now,
take that flanking position we set up.
it is true that one will be able to attack from the circle, but it's okay.
It's
Smack.
fine.
Critical hit.
Critical hit, raise shield. Excellent. Alright, Safi.
Safi. Okay, guys, this is the moment of truth.
Does Scorching Ray.
Does 3-action Scorching Ray, which is really, really ideal to cast right now, cause an essence leak? Ready?
Essence increased by
Oh!
1!
But we also missed with all 3 attacks.
Yeah, but essence increased by 1. It's fixed. Thank you, Danny.
All right. So, let's see if we can kill this thing. Oh, right. That was not... Okay.
That was not the ideal order of operation.
That was not the ideal order of
But
operation.
that's okay.
That's fine. Let's see. Is this one still frightened too? Yes, it is. Let's see if we can frighten this one. We did not.
It failed anyway, so it didn't matter.
Nimble dodge.
Retroactively.
Alright. So, let's see if we can cast something fun. What will Soundburst do? We'll hit our own allies.
Tony's apparently never seen 3. It says thankful for 3 misses. Never seen that before.
I'm so thankful for 3 misses on Scorching
There's
Ray.
a message. You must heal Tokdar. He has heavy acid arrow persistent damage on him.
Oh, well, there we go. Let's do it.
We have done as instructed.
We did what we must do. Now I'm gonna demoralize this undemoralized hag. We failed.
I'm also seeing some cryptic things about out of combat incantation.
Holy crap!
What?
66? How many hit points does he have? He's going down whether we take the reaction or
Oh
not.
my god. Well, I guess we don't need to take
That
it.
was a high roll on the acid arrow. I guess pass. You're screwed, dude. All right. Smack? No. Okay.
The game just decided Safi wasn't getting that fireball no matter what.
Our 80% chance hits have not been doing the greatest.
Let's
The problem is he also has persistent damage and is wounded.
yes.
Also has heavy persistent damage.
Oh my god. Well, it still says Essence 3 though.
Yeah, he
So
does.
you didn't lose it for going
yeah,
down.
we weren't supposed to.
That's good. I didn't know that. I am also learning about Essence here.
Okay.
Some of the finer
So
points.
I'm gonna step here.
Are
even
you
though
going
it's
to
into
demoralize
a flank.
it? So you
No,
should do it
I
first.
already demoralized this one. Okay, that broke the flank.
There we go.
And at this point, I guess this one's frightened 1, so this would be a sneak attack with Dread Striker.
Look, we didn't
Nimble
know.
dodge.
Peter says maybe we shouldn't have healed Tokdar after all, because we could have possibly rid of that. But you know what? You never know, right? That's part of the game.
Yeah.
That's part of the game.
Okay, so we could cast Heroism or Haste at this point, but we
Or
may
we
be
could
forced to do a
reaction soothe
third reaction soothe
On
Safi.
Safi the Dead. Alright, Safi the Dead. You were farther from death now.
And we still have up Inspire Courage, so, oh yeah, let's do Terminus of Soul.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Are we gonna have to worry about running into maximum amounts of healing that people can receive?
it seemed like it didn't let me do the option to get a higher maximum amount of healing. So I think it's just ignoring that on the assumption that you won't do it, but we are doing a lot of healing. We probably have gone over it but there are also a lot of spells you can't cast in Dawnsbury Days, so it makes sense that there may be some other limitations or changes. Let's put up a shield because she's actually on the front line. Ha ha ha!
Fireball! Finally!
Ha!
Finally!
Die! Terminus of power!
Elemental toss!
Elemental toss! Miss.
Miss.
Use the magic shield!
To resist damage!
Okay. I guess, even though putting us on the circle of horribleness, we might as well go here. Take
For more
persistent
attacking.
bleed damage. And die. Look how well we're doing when we can actually cast our spells. Okay. And we finally lost Inspire Courage, so we're going to put it back up. And then we're going to
Tony
cast
says, now we get to see Terminus of Power.
Terminus of Power. Take a look, everybody. So we're going to do an energized font to recover a focus point. And then we're going to cast another one of our Terminus of Power spells. And
And it's
also
gonna
miss. So
Aw,
we-
man, we didn't actually get to see the effect of Terminus of Power because we kept missing.
You're empty-handed and your weapon's lying nearby. Are you sure you want to move without picking it up first? Wait, it didn't let me move. I said yes. But apparently...
Did we get interrupted by something?
I think we may have been prone.
Oh, right. And then when we stood up, yeah. The main thing we need to do here is make sure Safi doesn't die.
That'll be fine. He's only dying 2. Actually, he's only wounded 2. The problem is we didn't get a sneak attack, although 21 is pretty good for a non-sneak attack. Alright. So, wait. The Inspire Curse went away. Is that because I failed it last time? I guess so.
Wah! It's a success this time.
Alright. How low is she? She's at like 8. So even if I actually like fail the Phantom Pain, it may actually just kill her.
Do we win?
No.
Not with the
'cause it
critical
critically
succeed.
saved. Okay, hold
Alright.
on. Alright, we're doing this. Alright, we're doing this.
Are we attacking?
Yes.
Are we gonna win with needle darts?
So we're gonna Burning Hands our own party.
You don't have to hit our own party, right? Can't you do directly up?
No. that
Oh,
goes
right, of
back.
course.
We're gonna Burning Hands our own party, and we win.
Hey!
Look at that Terminus of Power hitting our own team.
Terminus of Power hitting our own team.
But our first rank spell actually won, even though she succeeded, because we got extra damage from Terminus of Power. Alright, we got a runestone of Demolishing.
Demolish.
I guess we might as well put it on the Rapier.
Yeah, because the...
And we've got Sudden Blight, which is a Divine and Primal, so we put it on Safi. We've got Soothe.
Put on Abad.
And then the Demonic Fortress. We have an oath against demons. Let's see what happens here in the Demonic
Oh yeah, Jenny
Fortress.
says that healing limits were ignored for the mod because tracking how much you healed everyone and some of the effects was just infeasible to implement.
Yes. Plus, also, just there are so many other limitations that you can't do in the mod that they remove some of the limits of things against what you could do as well.
Totally makes sense.
Also, this lady here, Lori, is a normal Venting caster who's gonna join us in. Except for I think she gets to get all of
That
her
was A
spells
and
back at
B
the
as
end
you
of
heal
the
the max
encounter.
every encounter anyway. Yeah, no, it
Yes.
does make sense. Outside of like weird edge cases like that, you probably...
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting edge case, but that's fine. All right, so
What do we want to do here to begin our encounter?
I normally would Inspire Courage, but once again, I'm not convinced that we're actually going to advance Essence by casting a cantrip, even though we should be able to. So, out of a preponderance of caution, since we have no spells that we can... Oh, I guess we could Soothe randomly and cast Inspire Courage. That may be better than moving and casting Fear.
Not anymore, actually. Lori was nerfed, he says.
Lori was nerfed. She can't do it every encounter. Oh, man. She's fallen from grace.
Yes. Not yet.
Okay. She's fallen from grace. Alright, I'm gonna cast Soothe on, I don't know, Scarlet, and Lingering Composition, Inspire Courage. Now, normally, I would not cast Soothe on Scarlet, for multiple reasons. One, it would go, but I mean, it's kind of pointless. B, the cantrips are fine for the Essence system, normally, but I'm not sure if they actually are in this mod, so just to make sure I advance. There's no takesies backsies in Dawnsbury Days if it turns out not to work how you expect. So wait, she was nerfed, she doesn't get her spells back. What's the situation?
Yeah, she's not going to get her spells back after every encounter.
Okay. Is there something else different with her, or no? I can't tell. Well, we'll figure it out. So
That means we can use...
She's a Vancian.
cantrips.
Yes, she's Vancian, so we're gonna use cantrips. Alright, so this is a lawful construct metal, which means our Divine Lance, which, what alignments can we do? Wait, we can do Chaotic Divine Lance? Alright. We're doing Chaotic Divine Lance.
From an angel. No wonder she fell.
Alright. So this random summoned first level wolf is here. There's also this Abracadabra. Like, what should we do?
Math Guy says Mark designed a system where he will actually cast spells rather than save slots for any time he needs them that never comes. Correct.
That's right.
Mark's casters, like this, what you saw in us playing it before is well representative. That like, unless the encounter crosses a certain threshold of difficulty.
There's a reason why I designed this, okay? And it's designed for people like me who otherwise we're not going to do it. Alright, let's see. We're moving after this, so a protector tree is not necessarily super necessary, but we probably are moving up to the door warden. So
we can have that for that.
Where would it be? if we had people flanking the door warden here and
Then there'll be
here,
a top
then we
and
want
bottom
the
over
tree
there.
here.
Yeah. Essence increased.
And the door wardens, if I remember, are actually maybe not mindless. They're not, but they're
They're not
35
mindless.
feet away, so we can't use demoralize. All right, so Tokdar.
Oh, Peter says, my guess is it will work. On the most straightforward implementation where you check a combat action spell level, cantrip would have your maximum level.
My guess is also that it will work.
Yeah.
But I don't want to risk it.
A little burned, are we?
Look, once bitten,
Oh, Peter says
twice
that he's
shy.
also hoping to add save anytime, so you can save and load mid-encounter. That way you'd have backsies.
Oh, that is nice. I obviously. Oh, whoa! That way, if I just soundburst Tokdar by accident while I was
Yes, by
looking at
clicking
it,
in the wrong place. Yeah.
by clicking in the wrong place, I would be able to not do that. Sorry, Tokdar!
But at least you critically succeeded. Tokdar's feeling extra inspired after that. Do better, or I will soundburst you.
At least I didn't waste a Vancian spell slot.
That's true.
My protector tree! I could use liberating step on it pass.
Well done, Protector Tree.
Oh my gosh!
Still a critical.
The
even with
abracadabra crit. Oh, it rolled a natural 20. I
Yeah.
was gonna say, how did it
Do you
crit?
shield bot to prevent 10 of that damage?
Yes.
Yes, I like that
I
idea.
was gonna be like, how did it crit when she had?
Yeah, 2+
extra?
action cantrip should increase your essence. Danny just checked.
Okay.
So let's
great.
use it next
Let's
time.
use it next time. That would be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know what we should do now?
Cantrips.
Cantrips. Good divine lance. Oh, that's actually not very likely to hit, but that's fine.
Is it around a quarter?
Yes.
That's what
But
I
she's
thought.
also safe over there.
Indeed.
Now let's see. This door warden, how much resistance does it have to piercing and slashing? It has 5. Yeah, but we can flank it. We should probably
Flankus.
get rid of it. Oh, right. It had. I moved a little bit too far, so it got to take an attack of opportunity.
That's what we needed to get into this space, though.
Ha! Take that!
Critical hit.
You're dead.
Destruction. A winner is us.
Okay, so we've proven that it works with with our good pal Scorching Ray. Let's see if it works with heal. It worked!
Yay!
It worked with
Essence increased
everything.
by 1.
It worked with everything. All right, let's cast Elemental
That
Toss.
sweet, sweet functionality. Does that have fire resistance?
It's
No.
immune. Even though it's a demon, it's actually an imp. I thought it was gonna be a closet, but it looks like it's actually an imp of some kind.
Aha.
So, good call. We should not cast Elemental Toss on this fire immune thing. We can instead yell in its face.
Ah!
You are a loser. No one ever cared about you, elite
Aw.
demonic pest.
I mean, like, having pest in their name was just not the greatest time for them anyway.
Alright. So, we now actually have up Inspire Curse so we can, like, go into the room.
Yes. Be
The
careful.
question is, should we haste someone or should we heroism? Maybe I'll heroism Scarlet.
Sounds good to me.
Wait, it was a counterspell trap.
Oh, yeah.
I lost my heroism.
This encounter had a bunch of counterspell. Wasn't this the one that was constantly counterspelling, like... Wait, I thought there was one that was constantly counterspelling our heals.
Oh, right. It's because of our oath against demons. We get to do this twice, too. Which will
Oh,
make it
yeah.
an even huger pain in the ass for it to attack me. Critical save against fear.
It's not afraid of anything.
Oh, it's actually clear to attack the abracadabra from here. So let's go here and attack the abracadabra. Nice! 19 damage. Good work, Lori. Alright, 80% hit chance. Wait, but we can also shout at it. It's humiliation. Frightened. 85% hit chance. Missed the 85% hit chance.
Yeah, Danny, you're a rock star fixing this stuff so quickly.
In
It's
the
like,
middle
bam,
of
in the
the
middle of
thing?
it, it's like, oh, yes, now
Man.
it works, and everyone can see it works, so.
Alright, well, you know who's not immune to fire? Abracadabra.
Aha!
But do you know what else?
Lightning bolt?
Lightning bolt. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, theoretically, let's see what kind of lines you can do here. You should be able to do the 2-2-2 line like this.
Yeah, that's a 2-2 line.
Yeah, okay, so if we carefully don't cast it,
Yes. Don't
then
cast.
move here.
Move here.
I believe that there is a version of a lightning bolt that will hit them all. Now, we do less damage with lightning bolt than fireball because it's not our blood magic.
Yes, but
But it still
and
kills
this
the
is true.
pest.
Lightning
Terminus
bolt
of power!
lightning bolt does more damage to things that are not immune to. That
Also,
are
it just
not
flat
immune
out
to
does
them.
more damage.
Yes.
And yes, it does more damage to things
Got
that are
it.
not immune to them.
Hey.
Awesome. Okay, so, and look at this. I'm casting my spells. Everyone who's watched me play Dawnsbury Days knows I would have never cast a
Cast your
lightning
spells.
bolt in that situation.
Absolutely
normally.
not. You would
We
have
would
been
have
like
used cantrips.
you would have been like, let's needle darts.
Actually, you've seen me with Laurie. You know.
Yes.
I am currently just using cantrips with her. All right, let's
Yes.
go up there. Oh, we got hit by an acid arrow. Raise the shield, and I knew there were traps in here, but also we killed it. So
A winner is us.
let's seek for more traps.
Oh, look.
There's more
It's more
traps.
traps. Let's seek again. There's even more traps. Look how trapped everything is.
Oh, no,
that's
no, not
through-
on the trap.
Not on the trap.
Not on the trap, Laurie. No,
Lo-
Laurie.
Laurie, why?
Laurie, don't do it. I promise you, you're going to feel better when you don't hit the trap. There's so many traps.
Trappity trap. That's through. Oh, that's through the counterspell trap, though.
I think the counterspell trap is okay to step by.
Yes. Check by the door. Yeah.
Fireball!
Safi says you called.
Did someone say they wanted a fireball?
Dar.
I guess I shouldn't open this in
Yeah.
case it's another encounter. Wait, what? Oh, the enemy's open.
Enemies open the door. Okay. Hello.
Alright. Hey. Hi, guys. What's happening?
Top of the order to you.
I guess we still have Inspire Courage because we went through so quickly.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright. Cool.
Shall we move up?
We can. We're gonna move up, and we're gonna cast Soothe. We got counterspelled.
But
That's
essence
fine.
still increased, and that counterspell, one more counterspell trap is gone.
Alright, how far are we from this sloth demon?
35, it says.
So we should
Step
be in
and
range.
Divine Lance.
Good
Good.
divine lens. Critical,
Critical
hit.
hit. Excellent.
It
Tumble
tumbled
through.
through.
Unfair. Only we're allowed to tumble through. Speaking of which, do you want to tumble through with her?
Yeah,
Probably.
let's use a step-by-step
Step-by-step stride.
1,
Two,
two.
3.
3,
Yeah, and then that'll let us tumble through.
failed.
Tumble failed. Alright.
Okay. I guess we should have instead done this.
We can go the long way.
This.
We just won't
We
get
didn't
the-
actually need to get a bonus, I
Oh,
realized.
yeah, I guess
because-
that's true because we could have get a flank anyway. We didn't need to tumble through.
Yep, that's correct. Anyway, that's fine. This guy...
Oh, Peter points out that the reason that Lori was stepping through things is because it's a trap
Oh,
that's
she's
on the
flying.
ground. She's flying.
She's
She
flying.
couldn't hit
She
anyway.
didn't
There,
hit it
there wasn't any
anyway.
error with the Pathfinder.
That's
It
a
was just
very good point.
That, yeah.
In a game called Pathfinder, you would expect it to be able to
Pathfinder.
find the path.
Indeed.
Alright. So,
What spell are we going to cast?
we're
with
going
our
to
friend
move
here?
back
Step
so that
and
we are
then-
not next to the bow. And then we'll cast Heal on...
Have it to be countered? Oh, it wasn't counted that time. Are we too far from that guy?
I guess we are.
What does it say? When a creature... Was it on or adjacent to?
On or adjacent to.
Okay. So,
Okay.
that's how that works. Got it.
So if we killed this guy, it's just gonna let that guy in. So we might as well
Attack that one.
put blood on the blood demon.
Blood for the blood demons! Shield up!
And there we go. We hit it twice.
Dredgy.
Save, but still slowed one for 1 round by the slow. Alright, we have lost our Inspire Courage, so we're
So
gonna
let's get
cast
that
it
back
again.
up again. And then what part of the cycle are we in? Looks like we are in the level... Are we
We're
going to
in
Soundburst too?
Yeah, let's hit Tokdar.
Let's hit Tokdar with Soundburst again. This time on purpose.
Wait, did Tokdar critically
No,
fail?
the
Or did the
Babao
demon
critically
critically
failed.
failed? Ha!
Look what
take
happened
that.
to the Babao's hit points.
Take that, Babao.
Bow, 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 bow.
Oh no, Scarlet was also slowed. Okay. Divine Lens, good. On The bow.
Bow, bow, bow.
Miss.
Miss.
Alright, raise shield.
I guess you could also start
Grievous
guidance
strike!
here.
Oh no! Let's see. I don't think we need an additional stride.
Nah, she's where she wants to be, pinning this guy in.
And he was using Grievous strike, so...
Yeah.
Miss. Miss. That's fine. Everything's fine. These guys are not immune to fire, so... Take this!
Scorching Ray!
Critical hit,
Critical
death!
hit, death! Essence increased.
Okay.
Talk, 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 talk.
Success.
Attack!
Raise shield. No, he's slowed, so... Fear, critical save. Alright, and this looks like the end of this area, so there's no point in putting up a buff. Let's put Phantom Pain 3rd rank on this guy. Even if he makes it, he could be in big trouble from the damage. Yeah, he's at 2. He did make it. Terminus of Soul.
Terminus of Soul 1.
Oh, wait, what is my one action left? Oh, I cast... Because Inspire's still up, so I cast Shield. Alright, Laurie. It's all down to you. Good Divine Lance. Finish the babao. No.
It missed.
It missed. Grievous Strike missed. And he died from persistent bleed damage.
Oh, yeah.
By exact counts, because of the fact that we did the Phantom Pain, even though he made the save and didn't take persistent Phantom Pain. Alright, so this automatically will tumble us through, which is... Actually, wait. I think I want to demoralize it first.
Yeah, Anna has Terminus of Soul, which is not the same as Terminus of Power.
That's right. Terminus of Soul gives us saving throws, whereas Terminus of Power gives us damage.
Excellently, yes.
We defeated the demons. We got some new items, like a necklace of fireballs.
Anna is a bard.
What?
Is it maybe on the other caster is a different type?
Necklace of fireballs. And
people are speculating
a
how that might
minor
happen.
shield.
If there is speculation that it may be based on what class you have, or maybe it's based on what magic tradition you have.
Also, Safi could have taken Terminus of Life, but we didn't do it. Oh, we took Terminus of Power. Anna only could take Terminus of Soul because Terminus of Mind is not in Dawnsbury Days. Alright, Hall of Undeath and Artifice. Are we ready for the undead?
3 doors. Can you read them?
Can you read the inscriptions in Abyssal?
Hall of Undeath, Hall of Artifice, and Altar of Sacrifice.
The door is locked and requires 2 keys.
Alright, let's do
We must
this.
acquire the keys.
We must acquire additional pylons. Alright. So, let's, go here. And do a lingering... Or no, do a regular Inspire Courage.
Save the lingering composition for
Actually,
when
I'm
we're
curious. I'm assuming that Warp Step would not allow me
Because we're
to
not
gain it
currently in an
we're not in an encounter. But I'm curious if it will, so I'm just going to do it just for fun. It didn't. That's great. That's what I would have wanted to see. Alright. End turn.
Who are you going to have open the door?
End turn. Tokdar, of course. Who else but the champion?
The door is open.
There's this guy.
There is a
the
giant
level 7
animated statue.
giant animated statue. It is immune to a lot of things. Here we go. So, we're going to raise shield. Pass. Pass. End turn. Okay, so Anna wants to get up her stuff so that by the time this guy gets here...
Hold on. I want to
What?
talk about something that just happened.
What?
Peter asked, does the Essence Casting mod work up to character level 9? Dawnsbury will be expanded to level 9 later this year.
Oh,
man, that's awesome.
Ooh, level 9 would be great. Level 9 is great for the Essence Casting System because, guys, as cool as it is to get haste or heroism on the 3rd round of the fight, imagine if you had it on the 1st. It's like, the haste is a spell you probably always wanted to cast on the 1st, and you can do it every single encounter when you're level 9. Yeah, it's a good situation. Oh, wait. We were assured that Warp Step would also, or I guess attacks like Needle Darts would also do this, although we won't get a lingering composition if we do that, but let's try it out. when we're kiting is also a good time to test this.
Yes.
So let's see if Needle Darts gives us essence.
Why is it asking about unstable draw now?
It's already at or above your draw. Do you want to increase your essence by 1? Increase essence. Alright. Nice. I don't think it should have asked unstable draw there, but the other question it asked was correct. It was 100% correct. So, alright. There it comes.
Here we go.
It has a very high attack bonus. What's its reflex? Not very high. What's our athletics? +7. Also not very high. But if we could knock it prone, that would be
excellent.
That would be kind of good.
Yes,
does Tokdar have athletics? Yes,
Yes.
but he doesn't have a hand free. He would actually be very likely to be able to knock it prone. Alright. So. Cool.
Comrade Danny says it explicitly works at level 9 because foreknowledge of the plans. Awesome.
The knowledge of all the plans. Sounds good. Let's see. So, how long can we actually kite this guy? What is his movement? Like, how far did he go last time? 5?
Check his stats, right?
Doesn't list it,
Oh,
does
yes.
it? Oh, no, there it is. It's up there. 30 feet.
30
So,
feet. Okay, yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5. He could attack us no matter where we go, but he can only get one attack if we go, like, really far back.
Cheese to cheese, cheese to cheese.
Well, his second attack is actually...
No, he's really accurate.
It's actually
I think
14,
that's
and
legit.
it's very likely to hit.
Yeah.
So...
Just, cheese is not bad. Cheese is delicious. I love cheese.
Fair enough. So, we're going to... Let's see. Is there anything good we can do before we back rub? I think we're just going to back up.
Yeah, because you can't exactly demoralize a mindless construct, which I think that's mindless, right?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just going to back up. And Lori is going to... She can actually cast...
Shield, I guess?
Or guidance. How long does it last, though?
Is it one...
It's only the start of her next turn,
Yeah,
so
one
probably
round.
not worth it. So she could just...
She could start a bless if she wants to be blessing in this.
Oh, right, because
this
bless lasts for the entire...
for the rest of the encounter, and we'll
Encounter.
probably be starting another encounter when we open the south door, right?
Oh, but she doesn't have multiple blesses, and she doesn't have the... She
doesn't have the cheesy...
She doesn't have the
that's
cheesy
true.
original OG Lori OP situation. So
But wait, is this the last encounter before the long rest anyway?
I don't think so. I think you have to, like, actually... We just did a long rest. Just, like, right before the last room.
Yeah, but I thought that... Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you have to actually get to the profane barrier first.
Right.
Alright, so from here, let's see.
Hello, Tarlik.
The problem is, I guess we can't move back quite as far for 15, 20, 25, 30.
We could if we use Fleet Step.
Wait. Actually, wait. If we use Fleet Step, how far would we go? All the way back, right? Yeah, let's cast Fleet Step and then just take one stride here.
Yes.
La 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 la.
That is why I gave him Fleet Step, so that he could use that on the first round when mobility was important.
Alright, so raise shield. 1 and here. Okay.
Alright, Anna. I believe you wish to not be the lone person out there where the rest of your party
Correct.
is in Tokdar shield formation.
15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And does it have a lot of reach? It doesn't say. What size is it? Medium, it looks like?
Yeah, it looks like medium.
I don't think it has reach, because the question is, if she's here, is she safe? Because if she is, then I want to do a Lingering Composition Inspire. I'll just do it. I could have moved...
At worst, she'll get hit once, right?
Correct.
And Tokdar can
And
be
if
hit.
it doesn't have reach, she'll get hit 0. It did not have reach, so she got hit 0.
Jeez!
Let's do a step-by-step stride. Step, 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 step.
Tumble
Confirm
through.
the stride, it's flanked.
Flat-footed.
Okay. That did not work. Fair enough. It had a 60% chance.
Yeah, that worked that time.
And it's taken persistent force damage because of the fact that we're using the anti-constructs rune. Alright, well, it's neutral, so we cannot use Divine Lance, and Lori does not have Needle Darts.
Well, we could start guidancing people here if we want, or put Forbidding
I'm
Ward
going to
up.
put Forbidding Ward up on these two. Warded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we've cast Fleet Step on the previous turn, so that means, with its terrible reflex, we're going to cast Flaming Sphere. It made it anyway.
That's alright. Essence increased by 1.
Alright, you know what?
Do we want to
I
elemental
don't think
toss?
we need to. We can save it for next time.
Seems
Against
legit.
the undead.
We can raise the shield then if we're not going to guidance.
Alright, so Tokdar,
Lankus.
come here, raise your shield, because you don't have a Forbidden Ward, and miss. Even though the chance was, like, really high. Alright,
It happens.
it's fine. Everything's fine. So what do we need? We don't even need a Soothe. Soundburst is, like, not a good choice, because its Fortitude is, like, over 9,000. So I think that we're going to back off and cast Needle Darts. Wait, let's stay within range of Tokdar, which theoretically
Yes.
so should have Safi. But actually, we can cast Needle Darts first.
From here, yeah.
It's very unlikely to hit, though.
Yes. We do have a reliance on our mind affecting things here.
Yes, we do. We have a lot of mental effects on our bard. That's all right. Use Nimble Dodge. Take reaction. You know what? Confirm no additional stride.
We can
Okay.
keep that flank. Yep.
60% resisted. Sneak attack. It's still taking the persistent force damage. 35%. And like, so I could back off, but then Tokdar
Tokdar
doesn't
won't
get a flank.
Yeah.
But I might want to do that just to force it to attack Tokdar, because Tokdar's AC is... Where is AC in the new Dawnsbury stat block?
Here. Above hit points.
Oh, above hit points.
The one with the giant black bar
There you go.
around it.
His AC is 26, which is pretty good, and is less likely to get critted, I guess. So maybe she should back off.
B.
Alright, so Lori is going to... Does she need to sustain
Forbidden
Forbidden
Ward?
Ward?
Yes.
Raise her shield. And also cast Guidance on Tokdar.
Seems legit.
We're going to sustain Flaming Sphere. Failure. 0 damage.
Resisted.
How much resist did it have? Maybe a lot more than I thought. Oh, right. Hardness 10.
Oh,
Until
yeah,
we
hardness.
until we break the hardness.
Until we break the hardness.
Okay, so this is 26, whereas this is 21, but we also had 3 from the Fireball. So actually, Lightning Bolt is more, even though we get our Blood Magic with
Yes.
Fireball. So
Well, I mean, it makes sense, because Lightning Bolt doesn't have as good of an area shape as Fireball does.
it's saved! Terminus of Power!
Terminus of Power!
Well, one of these days we're going to get a crit, and it's going to break its armor. And then the fight is going to become much easier at that point. Raise shield.
Folks are wondering about and guessing about how heroism might work out of combat.
We're going to raise shield. We're going to...
Because it says it's covered within the incantation section.
That is true. They don't really have incantations in here, but it totally is. So, I think maybe... Should we just trip it? What's our actual chance of hitting with a regular attack? It's 50-50,
It's 50-50.
but our chance of tripping is higher. So, if we put away our axe, that would be stow.
Stow, yep.
Then we can trip.
Yeah, use the guidance.
It failed.
Oh well.
Oh,
Worth a
we
shot.
definitely weren't going to hit if we weren't even going to be able to trip.
Absolutely.
So, alright. At this point...
We could haste.
We could haste or we could heroism, but I don't think we really need heroism that much. So let's haste. Let's haste Tokdar. I think that will. He's using more different types of actions, and grab a Terminus of Soul. Did we grab Terminus of Power with Safi? Correct.
Yeah, I think we did.
I think we did. And we've got these. So we've got Inspire Courage. So let's put up a guidance. Oh right, if we do these guidances, we're not actually gonna have them for the undead. Shield block.
Yeah, but I think it was still worth to do for Lori's.
Alright. Well, now we're going to move in.
Boop.
Sneak
Sneak
attack.
attack!
Alright, I think we'll keep her here for now. Ooh, that was good. Broke armor! Okay, now things are going to be a lot happier now the armor is broken. Sustain Forbidden Ward, raise shield. Also cast a regular shield cantrip, so she can use that too.
So you can shield while you shield.
For shielding situations. So its AC has dropped down to 22, and it doesn't have the resistance, so we're going to sustain move and damage.
Yes.
Oh, it made it save this time. And, let's see. So, I think that our chance of hitting with needle darts is 50-50, whereas our chance of making it fail with electric arc is also 50-50.
Interesting.
So, we might as well
that
use...
broke.
We might as well use electric arc, because if it succeeds, it will... Still, ooh, critical
if it critically
failure.
fails, then there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
If it succeeds, you were saying if it succeeds, it will still take damage, but
all right, inventory. Let's grab our wounding axe. Miss, and shield. Okay. So, I think we'll lose our focus spell if we do a lingering composition, so let's instead do that and then try to finish it off with a needle dart 50-50.
Drop the key.
Drop the
We
key.
can
collect
collect
it
it
after the battle ends.
Wait, why is the battle not over?
maybe because the south area is the same fight.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, I guess I should have moved her. That's fine. Well, we're definitely not going to open this yet. So move. And we can't sustain Forbidding Ward because our creature that we were forbidding is dead.
Yes.
We can sustain Flaming Sphere. Wait. Shouldn't that was like sustain and move, but it didn't move.
Maybe we have to click on the sphere to let it to move it.
I don't know. It would have let us do it before. Maybe when there's no enemies you can't? Unclear. Unclear. Wait. So Taktar is going to go through the Flaming Sphere. Up here. And turn. Anna is going to come here.
And
Here. And then cast Inspire Courage. Scarlet's going to open the door. Undead!
Hi, everybody.
It's the undead.
It's
Alright.
the undead. Who could have predicted that the undead would be in the Hall of Undeath?
I didn't think that they would have undead in the Hall of Undeath.
Really?
No.
Come up to us, decrepit mummies. Yes, yes, block each other. Create a choke point. Let us take advantage of us having AoEs
decrepitude.
when you do not.
Let's see, raise shield, just in case. Alright, let's see. So, sustain, move, and damage. Let's go and hit this guy in the back. I maybe shouldn't have put Safi up here in the front, but that's okay. Hey,
Dirty hands.
take them all!
Critical failure. Blood magic fire elemental bloodline essence increased by 1.
That's right. So, let's see. Take this decrepit mummy. And that. It's a 3. What are my chances of hitting it? 60%. It's dead. And one of these. Raise shield because we're hasted.
Pew pew, longbow strike.
Alright. Let's do another Inspire Courage. Critical success.
Go us.
And we're going to...
Taktar is the hurtest, right?
Yeah, we're going to soothe Taktar.
Taktar is still the hurtest, but not by very much.
Wait. What happened? We lost the...
Safi got paralyzed.
Oh, I see. It was clear he wasn't going to be able to sustain it since he was paralyzed.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Indeed.
Alright. What is its reflex? It's plus 10. So we probably will succeed at a... Well, actually, what's its will? It's really, really high. So if we tried to demoralize, it would only be like a 25%
Yeah, that's
chance.
not very likely.
I think that instead of trying to demoralize first to make this more likely, that we should instead do a step-by-step stride. Actually, wait.
We don't need to. We can just
We
go
don't
around
need
it.
to do this.
And it doesn't have, yeah.
We can just go around it. It doesn't
Yeah.
have reactive strike.
Boop.
Take this.
Attacking.
It took it.
It took it and it didn't care.
It totally didn't care. All right. Well, that's not great.
Does Lori have any paralysis removers?
No.
Okay. Divine Lance then.
Yeah, let's take her here. And then Divine Lance the Archer.
The Archer, yeah.
It's very easy to kill, and so even Lori can do it.
Especially with the crit, it's almost dead.
Alright, so
Anna is up.
Anna is up and ready to go. So we're not actually very hurt at all. So at this point, let's do a Phantom Pain 2 on the Mummy. It critically saved.
Ah, well.
And Demoralize, which maybe we should have done first. It failed. It does have very high will.
It does.
Okay.
Which is the problem with that particular strategy.
Plus it has an aura of Suckitude. We keep missing. 70%. Alright. Well, 25% is higher than her chance to hit.
Might as well. Alright, Lori.
Alright, Lori, finish off
The Archer?
crappy Archer. Nope.
It's casting time.
Alright, its Fortitude is higher than its Reflex.
It is also weak to fire.
It is weak to fire. Let's do a Flaming Sphere. It critically succeeded.
Oh, come on, man!
And an Elemental Toss. It missed.
Dice gods? Why?
Okay, we're gonna cast Lay on Hands on ourselves. Wait, did that not work? Fizzles due to the stupefied condition. From
Ah, right. Okay, well, we tried.
Nah. Nah. Alright,
Don't care about this little skeleton arrows. Much more concerned about the...
that's correct. Let's do a 3 Soothe on Talkdar.
There we go. Talk to
Terminus of Soul.
Terminus of Soul.
And we are going to also cast Shield, just in case. We will take this Nimble Dodge.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Mummy Rotted. Stop Mummy Rotting us, Mummy.
Rude.
Rude much? Okay. Who goes next? It's actually Scarlet's turn. So let's do this so that we can't attack her again. Alright. Critical hit. Nice. Alright. So Lori is going to 80% kill this. No? That's our, like, we've missed with a lot of 80%. Okay. We're going to cast Fireball. Okay. Well, I'd certainly like to cast Fireball if it didn't also Fireball multiple of our own people.
Yeah,
Maybe I
well.
should have bought a Backfire Man. Well, I'll sustain this.
Yeah.
It succeeded.
I mean, you
Okay.
could Scorching Ray.
Yeah, but its reflex is... I guess it's around the same as its...
Its Fortitude is the one that's truly beastly.
Yeah, but the thing with Fireball is that it's got a weakness. And if it takes even half damage, that's still a lot of damage.
Or are you going to burn your allies for it?
Let's see.
The thing is that... Here's what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking that, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pain. I'll just do Scorching Ray.
Yeah.
Because it will also hit the skeleton and kill it if it hits. Oh, it
Or
missed
we could
with
just miss everything. Alright. Par for the course, it would seem, in this
Par
fight.
for the course for us, where we've just...
Everything has, like, at
Everything
least a
failed and
70%
everything
chance
made
of
it
succeeding
safe.
into his fate.
Alright.
Does not work.
20% chance.
Maybe that'll succeed. Who knows? Or you can raise your shield or demoralize
This is
or something
15%.
else.
So
Yeah.
this is higher than anything else right now. Use shield block. Alright, Anna. So we've lost Inspire Courage by this point. So I'm going to put it back up.
Yep, and then...
And then I'm going to Needle Darts.
Needle darts. Needle darts. Does whatever a needle dart does.
Take Champion's Reaction.
Champion's Reaction.
Step back, Safi.
Yes, we definitely want to step back here.
Nimble Dodge.
Nimble Dodge. Saved for the mummy.
Ha! Sneak Attack.
The mummy dropped the key. We can collect it after the battle ends.
Lori.
85% chance.
Go Divine Lance. Critical hit destruction. Did anyone catch
I
mummy?
did.
I got the disease.
As an angel, I'm immune.
We have a good healer in Dawnsbury. As
Yes?
Alright, we got Barbarian's Gloves, which will help on athletics and let you heal yourself. So Tatar is the best at athletics, but he doesn't have a free hand like Scarlet, so I'm actually going to put it on Scarlet.
Seems
Because she
good.
can actually then try to use athletics.
Mm-hmm.
An angel and a demon.
demon.
Let's take a look. This is the
final
final encounter
encounter.
for the day, and it's the last one we're going to do today
Yes.
in Dawnsbury Days.
Too powerful.
Alright. It's time to pre-buff and then open the door. So, this is the end. So we're going to put up a bless. And then we are going to put up a shield and then end turn. So Anna is going to stay where she is for now because I think that there's going to be more pre-buffs from our Vancian pre-buff machine. End turn. So Safi can go here, end turn. Tokdar, raise shield, end turn. Now she is going to increase bless radius and then also cast protection from evil on Scarlet. End turn.
Buff, buff, buff,
End
buff.
turn. End turn. End turn. End turn. Now she's going to increase
increase
bless
bless
radius
radius?
and then cast a sanctuary on. Now wait a minute. If I cast sanctuary on myself and,
And
then
then
in
just-
a cutscene I murder an innocent person, will that end the sanctuary spell? What do you think, Linda? Maybe we should just not murder an innocent person in a cutscene after this. But I'm going to actually not cast Sanctuary because I'm going to assume that murdering an innocent person would end
Yes.
the Sanctuary effect. Alright, so in that case, I actually can do a Lingering Inspire Courage here. Critical success. Great. And then we're going to open the door with Scarlet.
Open the door.
You're safe.
For now.
There's
Lenka, you're safe. What are we going to do?
See?
Only evil creatures like that succubus are hurt. Also,
Casting spells.
Lenka was immune to it. Now let's kill her. She's dead.
What? Lori.
Lori just killed Lenka.
Fall from grace, critical failure.
Probably never.
Also, all for buffs are now the enemy team, but that's okay. I think it's more reasonable that way because in Essence Dawnsbury, we kill the Vancian spellcasters. Alright. Also, we do have a protection spell, which will help against being dominated. So, let's see. Also, actually, we're in a pretty good initiative point because
Yeah.
they both won initiative. And so we get a lot of turns at this point. So let's move past.
When he's unstable
past.
draw to potentially have an essence leak.
Let's
No.
move up so that we can get closer to attacking the succubus, so she doesn't just dominate all of us. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? We are going to move, and then actually we should have maybe fleet stepped first and then moved. No, because this is a large battlefield. All right, we're going to. We do not have any kind of sudden charge, so we really need to get up to this succubus.
Stop her shenanigans.
We do, but we don't have a shield. But she's probably gonna try to like dominate us or something. Crisis of faith. Whoa! Critical failure. Dominate. Controlled. Okay.
Oh dear.
This is not good. Look at how much of a crisis he had. He can't cast divine spells. Maybe we should have just used, if we were really metagaming, used up Crisis of Faith and all of our spells, since she is now not, she's now, like...
Not on our team.
Okay, so what could I do here? I maybe should have soothed him to give him more saves. He did regularly fail, right? Yeah, he regularly failed, so he'll get a save each turn. So, alright, I'm going to move... And then I'm going to soothe him to give him a bonus on... Oh, wait, I can't soothe him.
He's an enemy, invalid target.
So I can't give him a bonus on his saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. I can only fear him, which will make him more likely to be... Interesting. Alright, well, I could soothe myself in case I get screwed over by the succubus on the next turn. I could needle darts her. I can't fear her because of where I'm standing.
Yeah. I think maybe just needle darts.
Alright, what's her reflex? 14. That's pretty high. I have a 50-50 of getting through.
What are her saves? Reflex?
All of her saves are
All
high.
her
She's
saves
a
are
level
ridiculous.
7.
Reflex is the worst.
It's actually the worst. So,
Okay.
the most likely to succeed thing, and besides which, if I fail here, I do still wind up... Actually, hold on. I'm going to take this step-by-step stride. Because I'd like to make things easier on Tokdar.
Yeah.
So, I would go here, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, Tokdar, you're going to want to be getting close enough to be healed by other people, too.
Correct. This is what I'm going to do. And if I fail, I'll still be here.
Yes.
Yep, but that's still a perfectly legitimate spot.
That works?
And,
Alrighty.
let's see. And, as you said, her reflex is her worst. I guess just stab her.
Stabbing her is the most
That
effective.
did hit her for 20.
There we go, and it was a cold iron rapier, so...
And 18. She is actually badly hurt by that. But she just got healed, and he then critically failed his ongoing save, which does not prevent him from getting future ongoing saves. And look at that, everybody. The Essence Casting System successfully made enemy Safi an Essence Caster. At least I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it
He
increased...
should have... Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Wait, no. Yes, he did
Yeah.
a 2d8 plus 16. He couldn't do a third rank heal, which they definitely would have made him do. Now, he is probably going to fireball next turn like all good Safis do.
Yes.
Alright. Get some persistent bleed damage here. They keep healing her. Oof!
Oof.
Okay. Bleed removed, grappled.
Welp.
Seductive presence. Alright. So, that's not good. Let's move a little bit closer here, and then cast a rank 2 soothe on our low hit point friend. Okay. Having Safi on their team is not good for us.
That is correct.
Perhaps he will eventually make his save with plus 12 will. At least he's not inside of the seductive presence. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. So...
We also, yeah, the part of the annoying thing is that Lori has so
critical
much
hit.
healing, too.
Yes. Critical hit.
And then...
What else would I even do here? There's not much. I guess, what is the chance of demoralizing? 20%? I guess I should have done that first.
Yeah.
Critical failure. Maybe he's not going to cast Fireball. Safi is about to deal 15 damage to Scarlet with Lightning Bolt.
Oh, he probably didn't want to fireball because he would have had to hit his allies.
Oh, you're right. And he does more with Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
Wait, what did they get on the Lightning Bolt? Scarlet made her save. I think I'll pass because it could be worse for Anna. Anna took more, so I'll give it to Anna. And this is not count as a demon because our own ally.
Essence
Critically failed to break out of that. Okay. So he...
Did he activate his power cycle thing?
What? Did he? He essence cycled, but he may not have activated his terminus because not his AI does not know to activate terminus actions.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Okay, so let's see. We are too restrained to use our axe. So we may have to, like, actually break from free.
Yeah, unless we want to smash with a shield.
We failed.
Yeah.
We failed again. I guess we can raise our shield
For defense,
for some reason.
yeah.
Oof da.
Damn.
Wait, did she just attack her own dominated person?
Yes, she totally did.
What happened there? I'm not sure.
She used Kiss, then she healed, then she decided to attack Safi.
Okay.
Yeah, she
And I
decided to
think
break-
I can't heal him because of the fact that he's...
yeah, because so they can attack, but you can't heal, it looks like.
Yeah, I think I can't heal him because he's considered to be
But
an
Talkter
enemy.
is even lower, so...
Correct. Honestly, if they want to take someone who's attacking me out of the fight, I don't mind.
Why
Also,
does Terminus of Soul look glowing? Did you reach that again?
yes,
Okay.
I just did.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. So she can use she can use the barbarian gloves,
Mm-hmm.
and then
And then...
I don't know, man. I don't want to kill Safi.
Yeah. Could be risky.
Sneak attack. I don't think I need to prevent 4 damage.
Yeah.
End of control!
Alright, end of control.
Okay, and we're no longer
And we're back.
screwed up. So, let's smack him, then move here, and cast Lay on Hands.
We can heal now!
Yes. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a while for Safi's turn. Whoa! That was harm. Okay, you know what? I'll let him take 6 because actually I can only block 7, so I actually will block 6. And then move him here.
Blech.
Is he dying? I think he
Yeah, I
is.
think so.
Okay, jeez. Alright, so did we lose our Inspire? I think we lost our
I think we
Inspire.
did. I don't see it on people anymore.
Alright. Are we in range to heal Taktar? No, right? I think it's probably... Oh, wait,
Better
we
to
can't heal because we used Terminus last turn. So,
Yeah.
actually, Inspire, and then Needle Darts the Succubus. She got so much healing from our team. It's not great.
What does Scarlet need to do to use the fruit on the...
I think that they need to pick it from her.
Okay.
Alright. So, while I could use a necklace of fireballs here, I don't know if it's actually gonna...
Hit both of them and not
Help.
kill your friend.
Yes, it actually would kill my friend.
Yes.
So, I think instead, we're gonna do a step-by-step stride.
To tumble through, yeah. To get the off guard. There we go.
And then...
Hey! Critical hit.
And if we hit one more time, the succubus is dead. Domination on Lori should break.
The domination effect somehow still lasts.
Oh, I guess it didn't. No, fair enough. Okay, we get our Terminus of Power.
Indeed.
Also, he used the electric arc last turn. As he should have.
We can heal...
Maybe everyone? Because
Yeah.
the enemies aren't hurt.
That's true. The reaction heal.
It's not going to give a lot of hit points to Taktar, though, which is not fantastic.
As long as Lori doesn't...
Oh no.
Yep,
He's dying 3.
Welp!
Also, like, he got shunted. Alright. Well, anyway, who can we soothe? And is it Taktar? It is Taktar. Critical success! Alright, Scarlet. Let's see what we can do here. Let's maybe kill off this Dretch Demon.
Fair enough.
Laurie's a Vancian caster, so she's not going to be able to, like...
So we're not eventually. How many spells does she have left anyway?
Hold on. I'm going to actually move here.
Because you don't want the flank?
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually don't. Because Tatar is going to be doing some setup stuff this turn.
Yeah, that makes
He's
sense.
not actually going to be attacking.
Elemental toss, 16 damage. Excellent. So yeah,
Let's see. So, pick fruit, eat leshy fruit,
and do you
No,
want to
hold on.
pick up one of your things?
lay on hands.
Healing, yes, that works too.
He has too much wounded condition.
Yes.
It fizzled due to stupefied.
Yeah, fair.
Prevent damage to Safi. Okay. Anna is going to cast... Let's see. What is her will save? It's actually only +7 as a fallen angel.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So I could either cast Fear or Fend of Pain. But I'm not... You know what? She automatically won't be able to use react. What's the chance of failing this? 65%. She made it.
Oh, well.
It's fine.
That's a good sound effect there.
It is very funny. I probably should have demoralized first.
Yeah, you should have. That's alright.
Alright. That's fine. Now we can do the flank, now that he's picked the fruit.
Stabbity stabbity.
Alright.
Saffity saffity.
Saffity saffity, lightningy boltony. Hadouken!
Straight down the line. Save, but still 15 damage.
Oh, right. I should have
Terminus
Terminus
of
of
Power
Powered
should have been
first.
That's alright.
It would have done way more damage.
That's alright.
Energized font. That's fine. So let's stand, pick up the axe, and then end this fight.
Yes, Tokdar was prone and wounded 3 at that point, Peter.
He was indeed prone and wounded 3. But he was very...
The demon
He's
is dead.
very healed.
Angel is subdued.
Hopefully, our items that we didn't pick up at the end got picked up. They did. They totes did. Excellent. Alright. We win! We leveled up! So, that was an entire level of Dawnsbury Days, including an official patch
Yes.
to the
Hot fix.
hotfix that was made during the game. Right. How about that? We win! Whoa, oh,
You
I
just
accidentally
unmuted.
unmuted ourselves.
Yes.
Wait,
That's the correct tab.
that's the correct tab. Okay.
Yes, you just unmuted it.
It's muted again, though,
Yes.
right?
Yes, you remuted
Okay.
it.
It's remuted. Great.
You remuted it.
So as you can see here, we've defeated the Vancian spellcaster by running her out of her Vancian spells with our Essence System. But you can see here with the Essence System, we got off a ton of more spells than we otherwise would have. Like, even though... Like, we wound up casting, I think, like 6 fireballs and lightning bolts that day instead of 4.
Yeah.
And because we cast in the demonic fortress, we cast 2. In the Hall on Death and Artifice, we cast 2. And while one of them was the enemies dominating us, cast 1 of the 2 in the last fight. If we had been Vancian, they would have been able to throw off all of our lightning bolts in the last fight.
Yeah.
And then we would have had none.
By the way, I was just watching that to see, and it looks like the delay is around 20 seconds.
Well, I think it also isn't as far
Oh,
forward
it wasn't
as
forward
could
all
be.
the way. Okay, fair enough.
So, it's pretty good in Dawnsbury Days, as I was expecting in Dawnsbury Days that this would be pretty effective. And Tony says, the question is, how many spells could I have saved if I had all my max spells available on turn 1? But I would have definitely not been casting them on those earlier fights, or if I had, I would have lost the final fight. Because if I had cast enough that I didn't have 2, like, if Safi had all his lightning bolts and he just cast them on us during the turns he was dominated, we would have died.
Yeah.
Probably. And the encounters were definitely a bit dicier than we had 3 fighters to constantly use reactive strike. But we also did them pretty handily. If you watch the previous version of it, we also definitely ran into some trouble. The real times we were running into trouble here was when we were getting super screwed because Safi was unable to actually cast his cycles. We also got incredibly bad luck. We missed so many 80% chances
in a row, yeah.
and previously were 3 fighters. We missed a lot of 80% chances. We were very unlucky. Also, hard modes actually are situations where my weird conservative thing and then doing a Hadoken Nova with Vancian is actually a pretty good way to win on hard mode. I think that we were actually... also, the last time we fought Angel and Demon, we made the save against the Dominate.
Yes.
Safi failed that save against the Dominate a lot of times in a row. That is a
true.
huge difference. I think we would have trivialized that
If we
fight.
had Safi on our side instead of killing us.
If Safi was on our side instead of killing us? No kidding. Like, we survived being lightning bolted on two of us. If the enemies had been lightning bolted, we would have had it. In fact, we had the succubus down low multiple times, and then
Safi kept healing.
Safi and Lori healed her.
Yes.
So if we had Safi on our side, even just doing nothing, even getting critically succeeded and not healing.
Even if we had Will-O-Wisp glitch Safi, who was somehow only able to use a shield bash.
There are 2 times that the succubus was low that she would have been killed.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main point. Dominate made a huge swing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just the nature of the spell, though.
I think that we were overall, our spellcasters were much stronger with the Essence system based on my playstyle of being conservative. Even though I did launch things in the final encounter a lot, I think that we got to do a lot more. We were stronger throughout the day on the casters. However, we got really, really bad luck, and it was also glitched a few times, too.
But it's not glitched anymore. Live fixes are awesome.
Yes. And yeah, Rohit is saying that Rohit wants to move away from advancing casting baby and hopes to see that even in Pathfinder 3. So yeah, basically, you can see it was strong for what it did on the spellcasters. Obviously, a team with 3 fighters and a cleric who can get tons and tons of reactive strikes and use reach to mess up the enemies and has the cleric to clean up on healing can really do well when things are going well and can swing against my horrible luck that I sometimes get with 80% missing. But the casters here also, I know Linda and I were just kind of playing this and I was making a lot of the controls, but if you were only playing Safi in this one versus playing Anna in my other playthrough, most players would have been bored out of their minds if Anna was their character in my other playthrough, because all I let her do was needle darts every turn, more or less, except for if Divine Lance was better.
Yes.
And then she would cast heals from her fonts when people were low.
And sometimes she would guidance, right?
Sometimes she would guidance. Occasionally, when we were in a big fight with the last one of the day, she would throw off all of her top ranked spells. But for most fights, she was just needle dartsing. And here, everybody got to use really cool spells constantly.
Yep.
So yeah, thanks to Danny for not only coding this mob, but also altering it during the game. That was pretty awesome. And I don't know if... yeah, I guess I wasn't paying attention here if there was any of the other stuff that might have potentially been happening during chat. I guess it did not. So stay tuned for Magic Plus if you want to have the Essence system in your game. And I agree with you, Tarlock Legion. If the spells themselves were designed for a game that had this expectation, that would be amazing. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately for you, because it's easier to adopt a system where you can use the spells you know, that was not like this was going to be a 100-page book that included all new spells that were for a system that was based on that. Instead, it was the much trickier design of needing to use all these spells that were never built for a system like this and make the system work anyway. And that's what we saw here. And if you have a playstyle like me, I hope you will consider the Essence system as a way to allow your spellcasters to enjoy using your slots. For me, if I'm playing a spellcaster and I have to use my slots not on the last fight, I just get anxious that I'm using them up and that I'm going to get into the last fight and not have enough. Whereas with this system, I actually didn't get anxious, even though, there were some places where we kept rolling horribly, or the Will-O-Wisp fight where it was glitched. Yeah. But I wasn't anxious because I knew that I was going to work with what I had in the situation, and every fight was a self-contained puzzle, rather than being like, well, since I did something silly in Encounter 5, I'm just going to lose Encounter 7.
You don't feel like you're going to block yourself
or something
out.
Like that. So, that is the situation. And so... Also, Tony mentions that Team Plus is Foundry implemented if you get the books. Tony, how will people be able to get this Dawnsbury Day mod if they want to get this Dawnsbury Day mod? I think I know the answer, but I don't want to announce it out loud here if it's not announced or if I'm wrong. So I'm just going to ask and see if he says the answer in chat. And, it looks like some of the people who are watching say it's going to be the default for new players. I think it's good for new players. New players often have trouble. They can struggle. Look, okay, Linda and I and my little brother introduced my little brother's fiance to Pathfinder recently. And you know what? Every turn that she could with her first level sorcerer, she cast 3-action Force Barrage. And then she did not have any more Force Barrages for the day. To be honest, it actually helped us because there was a fire that had started and we needed to put it out, and she killed the encounter quickly. And then she also like cleverly used her charisma skills to turn enemies in the dungeon against each other once she was out of spells. But she was like, I can't cast any more of those. And we did like 12 encounters after those first 3 rounds where she had used all of her Force Barrages. So I think she would have enjoyed the Essence system more if in all 12 of those encounters she could have also cast Force Barrage. Now, does everybody do 12 encounters on their first day of adventure? Maybe not.
You guys leveling up to 2 on your first day.
We did, because there was a villain who was burning down a town, somebody who was like stealing portals and sending things through, and we were like, we're not gonna wait another day, we can keep going. And we did. We won. So, awesome.
Tony said we doing the raffle.
So, Tony says we doing the raffle question mark. So, Tony, this is great. At the beginning of the episode, I said there might be a raffle, but we're like, Tony, you said Derry was running a raffle. That's why when I said, are we going to, and then I didn't say it because I didn't want to get people's hopes up if it wasn't the raffle, because I saw that you hadn't done the raffle. I just scrolled up. So, do you want to do the raffle, Tony? In that case, somebody who's still watching us do this little aftermath, which it looks like people mostly haven't stopped yet, you can win a free Magic Plus. Tony, how can they win the free Magic Plus? Let them know in the chat. It looks like he also didn't answer how they're going to... Oh, no, he did answer. It's just a little bit behind.
I said...
You will get this Dawnsbury mod with the book purchase. There are 28 people watching, and we were in the 40s at one point. Fair enough. Of the people who are watching, stay tuned, because Tony or Derry? Tony, you said Derry was going to do it? Somebody is going to be giving out a
Well, that's coming up.
Raffle.
We can also take a look at putting up a poll for our next
Actually,
episode.
do we have to do it? I've never done a raffle in YouTube. I got a message from Tony saying Derry was thinking of doing a raffle, and I assumed that meant that you would do a raffle. We're going to roll for it now. Great. How are you going to figure out which person is which? Oh, I guess everyone will roll in chat. That's right. We don't need like a raffle implementation. So if you're in chat, roll for it. How do you want them to roll, Tony? Is there like a link they can follow to roll? Stay here if you want to possibly win.
Also, we don't have the topic of the poll anymore, right? Because...
We do not. So that's a great point. While this is happening... but we had tons of chats this time. So
so it's not going to still be there. We're going to need to grab it from a previous episode.
We need to grab it from a previous episode. So I'm going to go and pick up
Let's grab that
the
while
poll
we're
again
getting that
from the
figured
previous
out.
episode of Arcane Mark. Alright. These clicks are not exactly working. Alright, there we go. So... I don't know what's going on.
You have to click more near the center than the side.
I was, but it seemed to be doing a right click.
You have to go a little bit over to that side of it then.
Alright. Well, fortunately, the poll at the beginning of the episode was actually kept in this one, whereas a lot of times it's too early, so it doesn't make it. So we'll put back up the poll so you can answer the poll for our next episode while you are waiting to see if you win.
Tony asks, can we see our view list, like in order?
I do not see a view list.
Peter says, I think watching is anonymous.
I think watching is anonymous. I do not have access to his listening for anonymity reasons, so people will have to like roll off in the chat or something like that.
Or say, or let us know that you want in, and then we can put you in.
See, I realize English is ambiguous. So when Tony said Derry is thinking of running a raffle, I thought that meant Derry was going to run a raffle, but I think it meant Derry was thinking of I should run a raffle. So I don't have anything that is set up to run a raffle here. There's probably a plugin that can. In fact, I'm almost certain that such a thing exists. So, anyway, vote for what you would like to see as our next episode on Saturday. Keeping in mind that Tuesday's episode is going to be Eldamon, I think, Force Element. So, you can vote for an Ask Arcane Mark Q&A, a Build an Item Workshop,
Yeah,
Adjusting
Map
for
Guy
Circumstances.
had to leave it said way up near the top or way up somewhere in that he'd like to vote for more Dawnsbury.
Okay.
If it's on the poll.
Well, it technically is not directly on the poll because there is just a Arcane Mark Plays, which may or may not be Dawnsbury. It could be if people want to see this again. So Tarlook says spellcasting archetypes might make sense in Vancian. Actually, Tarlook, people in the playtester story I heard really liked the archetype support for Essence. So you might enjoy it too.
Oh, looks like Tony's got a plan.
Tony's got a plan.
Tony's got a
Well,
plan.
it's possible if he can create a link that that people go to that link to register for the raffle or something
Because
like that.
3,
or roll.
just kidding, 4.
3, just kidding, 4. So 4 is we're gonna play a game. 3 is adjusting for circumstances. 2 is a save my game Q&A. 1 is build an item workshop. 5 is Eldamon, and 6 is other.
So it looks like we have a 5 and a 4 down here.
And there was a 4 from Math Guy, although he said specifically wanted Dawnsbury again. We can see how it goes. Honestly, even in our last run, we had some touch and go-ish encounters. Even when we weren't switching on to the maniacal mode, and when we were only in the hard mode, like the Lich, we definitely had trouble with.
Oh, Tony's making a list to readily roll on.
Put your name on the list, and Tony will roll. Tony will roll
once the list is
once
available.
the list is available. So if anyone watches the stream in the next day and happens to use the playback for the chat, which we do make available,
Indeed.
but I don't know how many people actually watch it, then they would be able to also roll into the list, and presumably the list would come with, like, you would put your email address so that you could be granted the freebie from Pathfinder Infinite to your email address. Oh, Tarlik is actually a playtester. Oh, so of course you knew that, Tarlik. I did not know you were a playtester. Yes. Exactly. Essence does make sense if you want your road to have some magic every encounter.
Is there a restriction against posting the link? Oh, here's a link.
Link blocked.
Go to Discord, and then click on Faceless.
Is this the link?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, everyone. Your anonymity has been protected from the dangers of Tony Saunders, but we are going to put this link here. So go onto this link and de-anonymize yourselves for a chance to win a free Magic Plus. Not today, but when it comes out.
Trying to fish people. Oh, man.
I see what you're saying.
Tarlik is cute.
Yeah, Tarlik, I totally see what you're saying about a usage every encounter versus a few key moments each day. Particularly if you want to use it purely for utility. And out of combat stuff, then that's also a reason you might use Vancian on the archetype as well. I think I would mix and match, honestly. Like, imagine this. Imagine that you had a situation where, let's say, Anna was actually a Vancian caster. I didn't want to have only one Essence caster in the Essence test. And Safi was the Essence caster, was constantly building up more and more powerful lightning bolts, while Anna was willing to cast Haste or Heroism on the first round because she was a Vancian caster if she had to, because the fight was hard. I think that combining the powers together makes an incredibly, incredibly strong team. Just like, the more Essence casters we had, the more we could chest out Soul. Also, keep in mind, Anna made a lot of saving throws that we were not paying attention to how many she made because of Terminus of Soul, but I think it was a good number. If she didn't have them, she easily might have been dropped some of those times that she saved, but a failure would have been enough to take her down.
She definitely felt more durable than some of the others.
And yeah, Tony, I think you have to they would have to give you their email if they're going to get the the one, and yeah.
Or have some other means of
Tony
getting to-
points out if you put only your YouTube thing, we can announce it on the next stream that you won and that you didn't list your email. And then you and only you could give your contact info on Discord or something or email to Tony, and that way you would only have to do it if you won. But if you do it now, then we don't have to get in touch with you that way.
It looks like the spreadsheet's working.
Oh, Tarlook pointed out primary Essence Caster plus secondary Vancian casting
Oh,
archetype.
yeah.
Also very solid.
That's definitely a cool mix and match option.
Very solid. So, everyone, thanks for joining us.
Wait, did we figure out what our next episode is?
We are going to be playing something because it won by 1 vote. 2-1. There's actually a lot of people here, just not a lot of people wanted to vote. Togtar remaining an orc with his default art is incredible funny here, said Chris R.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it just like it's funny. It's like everybody's a Leshy or something.
Everybody is something completely different. Well, the thing is that orc made sense for champion, and then it's like, you know what, let's just have Togtar be the one that actually stays while everyone else is.
Yeah. For sure. So, yeah, I had fun.
So
I don't know.
Different.
I think I had more fun with my spellcasters than I did with Anna in the other run. But it was mostly non-spellcasters in the other run anyway.
Yeah, Rohit 4 did win.
4 did win. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play, I guess, Dawnsbury Days, maybe Essence again next Saturday, because that seems to be what folks were into. So if you want to see...
we can continue the story from there, and...
we can see what happens at level 6. By the way, level 7 is going to be really, really good for the Essence casters, because they're going to get accuracy and saves.
Plus, it would be cool to get our Essence party up closer to being able to tackle that new level 9 content when it comes out.
Right. But level 7, also being able to start the fight. If anyone remembers our last playthrough, they know that we beat the final boss on like the maniacal mode because of a roaring applause / hideous laughter type effect. So being able to start every fight with hideous laughter, which we can do at level 7, is really good. Or being able to choose to use the unstable draw to start the fight with a haste.
Yeah.
If we really want to. It's gonna be awesome if we can get to 7 here and test that out. So
that'll be here next Saturday.
And Chris R says Togtar beautifully rolls under 5 every time. That's our Scarlet.
That's what happened.
Actually, our
Yeah.
Scarlet and Togtar both rolled terribly.
Yeah. Well, Scarlet then did like really well for part of our last playthrough though.
That's true. She did okay-ish on some of the hits in this fight, but that's because eventually your 80% chance has to hit.
Yes, eventually you'll get there.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to give you guys some XP before you go. A lot of XP, just for the people here at the end, even if you just came in right now. Take care. We'll play this again on Saturday. On Tuesday, we're going to talk about probably the Force element. I think that poll is still up in the Discord, tiny.cc/arcanemark. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.